for dialogue supposes that those who are coming to the dialogue table should understand that there is something that needs to be resolved, or there is a problem that needs to be resolved. There is a problem that needs to be addressed. And concerning the question of who and what should be discussed, I think that the population of Cameroon, if you analyze the population of Cameroon, you discover that youth, and that's the youth group and the students, we have about 70% of the population. So my question is, why is it that the youth are not included in the part of the issue?
There's an issue. We're going out of this soon. There's an issue that, do you think that the president of the Republic can call all of the 75% of the population of Cameroon to come to a hall and discuss?
It is possible. It may not be possible, like he said, that everybody may not be part of the dialogue. I want to let all of us know that many youths out there think that they don't have any say in decision making of this nation. And if this nation must stand, the 70% of youth who start and vote for the president should have a say in as far as resolving this conflict is concerned.
Concrete solutions, have a say. You could propose to the prime minister who's doing consultation. I'm sure that you'll be contacted. Etienne, you tell him what you need, right? You have a leadership. You are a youth leader.
That may be the case. I don't disagree. But what I'm saying is that the youth have a greater part to play as far as this dialogue is concerned.
Okay, let's take 1 minute to move out of this topic. Who and what as conclusion, Barrister?
Before, that is what this
consultation is necessary, that is going on, is necessary. As to who, in fact, the head of state is just sampling opinions. It's the end result of this dialogue will determine exactly who should be invited on the dialogue table. But we of the SF, let me just say what we have already put out as concerns the preliminaries. In fact, we have made it clear that the chairperson of such a dialogue cannot be the prime minister. He cannot be a party and judge over his own case, because he has already taken his own. They already, by being a member of the government, they have already taken their own position, which is that of they are face to face with the separatists who are fighting in the field. So he cannot be a chairperson of any such dialogue. And that any such dialogue must address the root causes. Mr. Kinziga, we are really wasting the time of this nation. Instead of going ahead, we are always reverting to history. If a mistake has been committed in history, what is wrong in going to correct it and moving forward without any remnant of doubts as to whether the future is bright? History shows that Cameroon, that we are on a nosedive because of errors of the past, and those errors were committed maybe in good faith, or they not represented the intention, the misleading intention of any party. So if they were committed in good faith and they were mistakes, why can't?
And there's your depression. Not just one.
And that's we must address the root causes, and the root causes of this crisis is constitutional. The constitution as it is today does not protect a people who came into this union called the Southern Cameroonians.
So is that a proposal?
That is a proposal that the root causes will be addressed. The form of state has to be taken into consideration, because that is actually where it started. They arrested, there was discussion about the symptoms of a disease, but then we discovered that the real disease was the form of state. The form of state does not protect the Anglophones of this country. So that is why the form of state is very important, so as to preserve the integrity of a people who is known to exist under international law. Anglophones must be central as far as this dialogue is concerned, because
and that's what the president said.
Yes, he has made it very clear. The Anglophones must be central, and for the Anglophones to play a central role, we have recommended, we of the Social Democratic Front, we have recommended a pre-conference that groups only Anglophones, in order they can come out with their position to confront it. Then the 1972, we have warned against the 1972 referendum situation repeating itself. Or in 1991 tripartite talk, where the Anglophone being a minority, and the crisis is because of minority problem, and then they get submerged in the majority, whereby their voices are not heard. We have said the military should not be part of this dialogue. The military are already an arm of the executive. If the Minister of Defense will be there, the ministers will all be there. What is the role of the military? The military are just the executive arm of the executive arm of the government. They are just the executive, so they should be part of it. And we have said the timing all other things, timings and sequencing of the how the dialogue has to go on. What is actually included in this inclusive dialogue? What is actually meant by this inclusive dialogue? Those are the issues that have to be brought out in these consultation talks that are going on now. And the major stakeholders should be brought into the
Thank you, Barrister. Please, we take 30 seconds and go out of it. Who and what? Conclusively.
All right, thank you. My word of concerning who should be concerned about it.
Welcome back to Wawa Syntopia.
Oh, my people. You won until La Republic cannot rest. But tell you, my people, you are winning very bigly and fatly. You winning. You've been winning. And you keep winning. I want us to just listen some few minutes. Let's listen to what they are talking down there. Foreign news. This is foreign news. So let's listen to this foreign news for some few minutes and then we go. So continue.
The number should be limited
and invite.
In a way that the little that will be there will reproduce something at least substantial. And like I said, I wish to insist that the youth wing should be included in the dialogue as far as that dialogue is concerned, because it concerns us. It is our tomorrow that they're fighting for. Like they say, that youth are leaders of tomorrow. Let them start training us from now. And it is the best time for youths to learn that this is how something could be resolved, because they're talking about the former constitution that it was like raped. We don't know what happened. We simply read on books. We don't know whether those who wrote it down, like Professor Barrister is saying here, we don't know whether they really did the mistake knowingly or did not. So concerning the issue of what, I want to say that what should be discussed at the table should be in relation to the stoppage of students from continuing studies, the burning of schools, the labs that we've lost lab utensils as far as burning of bushes of classrooms are concerned. Teachers are being kidnapped. Even our parents, some of the parents that even dare to go against the laws of those of the armed groups, as well as, because you cannot really judge who is supporting the Anglophone crisis.
Thank you, Etienne. Please, Doctor.
Thank you very much. All the key stakeholders, both direct and indirect, should be included. And there should be a process of identifying the real leaders of the Anglophone community, and even the real leaders of, let's say, the separatist movement. And these people must be brought to the table. Talking about the content, I really support the ideas of Barrister. We should understand that this is a structural conflict that is historically and politically constructed and ideologically maintained. So no dialogue will be sustainable without touching the deep-rooted causes of this conflict.
We keep escaping from it. We cannot escape from it.
You see, it's a fallacy to think that this is going to be an Anglophone, Francophone conference, dialogue. I hear people say that the president used 30 minutes to talk only about the Anglophone problem. In political communication, words are chosen, you know. But if you look at the spirit of what the president said, it's a national. In fact, this looks like the sovereign national conference we clamored for, that was clamored for in the 1990s. The president has said issues of the northern and southern regions, but those affecting other parts of the country. And he talked about the living together issue. And you know that besides the Anglophone problem today, even more acrimonious in this country about living together is the so-called anti-Sadina or Sadina and Donjina or anti-Sadina and so on and so forth. And you know what that is rooted in the Kanto political issue, the electoral hold-up that we're facing. This is a national issue. There needs to be a lot of preliminary work to be done so that we know exactly what has been announced for is going to be. We are fooling ourselves that this is an issue, a conference or dialogue to address the Camalodia.
How do I find the right mortgage?
Well, continue to share. I want us to listen to what is going down there. The only thing that's going down there is Sanivapa, lo dialogue, Sanivapa. If we told them they were going to blink, they would not accept. And today, because of our resistance, you all can see this, right? Let's listen for a while, two more minutes.
We need a lot of preliminary work. And I think, like Barrister said, I don't mind the Prime Minister. I find so many positive things about him. I've written so much about it. But you know that for the sake of fairness, it is not just reasonable that a member of government who reports to the president should be the mediator. I think that whatever is going to happen, if it will happen at the end of this month, which I think is not possible, I think we will come to win. Whatever will happen will be preliminaries before talks, because if anything happens in the next few days or next few weeks, and we call it that national dialogue, we will have to come to the table again, because we had a tripartite in 91 because Funban failed. We are having this one now because tripartite failed. If we are going to let this one fail, we are preparing for another conference soon.
Now, during the president's message, he spoke about the diaspora begging other friendly nations to help Cameroon solve the problems, especially as most of those guys who instigate violence back at home, the president said, are out of the country. Let's have one more excerpt of what the president said.
Moki Edwin Kindreka, shut up, keep quiet. Which are those instigating violence? Cameroon military is the one that instigates violence. Who called for violence? It's President Pobia. Look at this Mbaga smoker. Moki Edwin Kindreka, remember I've told you, buddy. I've told you. The people of my village educated you. You know what happened. You know how you got education. When the people of my village gathered money for the village development, what did you do to that money? The man think that I'm going to bring your history out. Oh. I will bring your history, Moki Edwin Kindreka. I will bring your history out. How you got into the school of mass communication. Where you take the money from? That mafia. You came and apologize to what village? After your completion of your education. Eh? Thief man. You open your mouth for CRTV, I will take your ass out. I will take your history out to the public for people to hear. Do you understand? Idiot.
I am appealing to the country sheltering these extremists to take action against those criminals if they really care about the situation of the people.
So, fellow Ambazonians, the very first day that Bia made a speech, some of us stand and declare its speech non grata. Some of you did not know the reason why we say that. Haven't you not listened to this part when he called us terrorists? He ended the speech with Cameroon is one and indivisible. And you all wanted to go for dialogue. I look at baby journalists. I look at these people. They don't have sense. Their brain is empty. They don't have any single brain in the head. How will you want to go for this type of dialogue? How will you be a baby and continue to be a baby at this very same time when we think everyone is growing up? And you want us to go for dialogue when they are calling us extremists, calling the countries that are housing us to... Are some people afraid that America is going to throw them to go back? Ah, my people, I don't know what is going on. By the way, you have listened to how La Republic is talking down there. I don't want to listen to the voice of this old idiot called Paul Biya. I don't want to listen to this archaic, dilapidated, outdated voice. Liberation TV is very holy to listen to this old iguana's voice. You know, this Liberation TV is a new TV. It's a young TV for the youthful people of Amazonia. We can't listen to this old dilapidated, archaic, Autoritarian dictator in this our holy TV. We will not. So that point is clean and clear for that. Now we are going to the next chapter. Next chapter. Next chapter. Chai, thunder fire next chapter. Next chapter. Una share them because thunder don't fire person. Before I come out thunder, we come out for Oku. Go for that side for Kijumkeku. Go for Abeleke. Hi, qui for netu one way back a lekwe. Adiabale. Africa the fire consumer. Holy wo. Otutu. Before I come out fire, we go come out for that side for Kambe. Go for Dongamantu. Go for that side for Tuba. Go for that side for Njiro. Thunder way go come up for this, so split the whole forest into 1 second. Tie them into bundles. Chris Ano! Ha! This person will La Republic don't put. Chris Ano next Satan! Wanna listen? If I thunder way go fire Chris Ano. Thunder way we. Remember, my people, make I bring Bible first. Una hold up. Make I bring Bible because these people we cannot fight this. This is a holy fight. This is a holy fight. I am telling you now. This is a holy fight. We must. You remember the prayer we did last week? What did I tell you people? What the psalmist, if I open my mouth, God of all creation know. Whenever I recite Psalms 58, Psalms 103, and Psalms 109, somebody must go mad. You people saw it. It's about 2 days ago only. Only 2 days ago when we recited the Psalms. Somebody has gone mad. After the psalmist, the God of Abraham, Jacob, and Isaac, the God I serve. The God of Abraham, Jacob, and Isaac, the God I serve. The God of Ambazonia, the God that ordained our revolution. He said, the God we serve, the God Almighty, thank you so much for putting fire into the skin of thieves, fire into the embezzlers, fire into people who allow our children to die in some local government areas, kidnap General Kuraman, destroy, kill General Amigo, kill General Ivo, fire into their body in Jesus' name, fire into Chris Ano in Jesus' name, fire into Sako in Jesus' name, fire into their followers in Jesus' name, fire, Psalm 58, fire Psalm 103, fire Psalm 109 into their entire world, fire into that their enemies' inheritance, fire into that their prayer called 1 to 9. Can I hear amen? Fire into them in Jesus' name. Idiot. We prayed and God came down from heaven. After one day, he has gone mad. People of Ambazonia, when I listen, when I look at the screen, Cristiano has gone mad. Our prayer has worked. Hi, hallelujah in heaven, though. Oh, hallelujah in heaven. When I go for the screen, we will watch them. If I only the talk na talk, people go say, I the talk na so I the ever talk am. Cristiano has gone mad, oh! Cristiano is mad as we are talking. And now, let us go to listen to the Cristiano, the madman. The madman, Cristiano has gone mad. Cristiano is mad as we are talking now. This is Liberation TV. The TV that speaks the reality. The TV that fears no Satan. The TV that open eyes and see nothing. This is Liberation TV. And this is Bifaga Anos. Bifaga Anos has gone mad. Listen to this Bifaga Anos. He has gone mad more than the anal of a chicken. I told you that when we pray to God, there must be madness. And the madness has come today. Listen to this Lucifer here. Listen to what Crash Anos is saying. People who say Crash Anos, they were right. I didn't know. Also, fellow brothers and sisters, Ambazonia, when I listen up. No be me the talk. Now Crash Anos, you sub the talk. Crash Anos, that means that you work at put hand for inside Anos. The crash am. Come out am so, put am for your nose so. That is the Crash Anos there. When I listen up, no be me the talk. Thunder for heaven, thunder for Oku, thunder for Kambe, thunder for Kujungeku, thunder for Abelekwe quick for Netu, thunder make it metopam. Hadia Bale. Wari. Quick for Netu. When I listen up, now he died for there. We go listen to Chris Ano, the thing where he talk last week. Then we go listen to one where he talk today. When I see where fire don't burn up. Last week, what we did was what we call economic sabotage. We don't do economic sabotage for La Republique so that we win big and fat. We win La Republique, we can say we are winning. And I'm going to explain today what we must know about that economic sabotage. There are indirect ways to win. When you want to fight to win directly, you cannot win that enemy directly. Because that enemy has been fighting and making us slaves directly. We must now use what we call tactical, critical, and strategic ways in order to win. That means we must win indirectly. The economic sabotage. People, when they come thief money for with people, they come see say with people be very, very open, very generous people, humanitarian, nice people for which our people is. Of course, La Republique take that advantage to make us slaves because our people were peaceful, nice, loving, caring, and humanitarian people. They like to give when there's situation. We know before the revolution, when Tapang Ivo and I used to come out with somebody sick, Ambazonians used to contribute money in 2 days and they take somebody to India, treat somebody and bring back home. We used to do that even before revolution. And people used to show love. In fact, look at Dr. Fontaine's car money. People just give like that. Look at how my trip to Buyaka, people just flush 2 million like saying nothing, like saying water. Pastor them take people make wayo, take people make 149. Take advantage of our people the same way La Republique don't ever take advantage of our people. Cristiano with his bully mouth, long mouth like my own 10 times. He talk sako. People gather money, go give for Pentecostal pastor. Today, Oboso. Where is my trip to Boya? Last week, when we don't tell what people say, if any man give money to thieves, we shall evoke Psalms 103. And your entire family and your entire household will go to shackles. Fellow Ambazonians who fear God, who understand that God Almighty has created Ambazonia never to suffer again. That God has made our people, redeemed our people, and that Jesus Christ came that we will never suffer, and only La Republic want us to suffer. And anyone that embezzles money is not different from La Republic. Our people decided to ridicule the mafia, the blue and white gang, and refuse to give money to them. And now, when our people refuse, Sako cried and cried, and Cristiano cried and cried. Let us see how we won them economically. Almost all my people, when I listen now for last week that after this one, I go bring the one for today. When I listen up, now when I say go talk, I no go talk. Almost all.
And power mongers within the incarcerated may want to make you to believe that we are losing the war, that we are making very, very little progress in the quest for our independence actualization. That is not the case. In fact, let me inform you that it is the progress we are making that is pushing French Cameroon to step up its assault on our people in the guise of enforcing school resumption. It is our success at international diplomacy, despite the fact that we pay no lobbies like them, that is forcing French Cameroon to want to avoid the Swiss negotiations. It is our success, ladies and gentlemen, the tenacity of the interim government and some other genuine leaders that is pushing French Cameroon to going back to its old card of divide and rule so they can pay.
Satan, it is your own. What have you done? You take money, put in your pocket, you say it is your what? We are not here waiting when the thief the talk. Thief man say it is a joint what? Oh, my people, let me fast forward here so you people can hear how he was crying for money. Crying for money. Crying that money has finished. Oh, bosso, when I listen, I'm not be me the talker. Now hear this. When I listen, I'm crying for money. Let me fast forward here, make it no day like say, this man, this thief man. Listen up, not be me the talker. When I hear, now screen that. Thief man. What did you do? Take money and chop, and then you say you want to take credit for what you did not fight, thief. You both should listen to this. Money, money, money. Listen up, not be me the talker. Like it is.
You don't support it, we'll lay down our tools. I have to be very frank, very, very frank with you. There is no other way. You have to give your money. You don't give your money, we will lay down tools, carry our hands on our head, surrender to La République du Cameroon, and that will be all. I just have to say it the way it is. You don't support it, we'll lay down our tools. I have to be very frank, very, very frank with you. There is no other way. You have to give your money. You don't give your money, we will lay down tools. Give your money, we will lay down tools, carry our hands on our head. You don't give your money, we will lay down tools, carry our hands on our head. Give your money. You don't give your money, give your money. Give your money. You have to give your money. Have to give your money. Have to give your money. You don't give your money, we will lay down tools. You have to give your money. 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 You don't give your money, we will lay down tools, carry our hands on our head. You have to give your money. You don't. You have to give your money. You don't give your money, we will lay down tools, carry our hands on our head, surrender to La République du Cameroon, and that will be all. I just have to say it the way it is. All right.
I told you people, fellow Ambazonians. Some have come to this revolution like Pastor Solomon. Another pastor in Nigeria once said, some have come to milk and make money from the revolution. You have heard? Money, money. You have to give your money. You have to give your bank account. You have to sell your head and give money. They have come only for money in the revolution. They have come only to make our people to be poor, to render you poor. So tomorrow they will be politicians. Because when they take all the money tomorrow and no one have money, they will be the only one to have money. That is the goal. That is the lifestyle of politicians. They are thieves. The problem you have today are created by politicians. Example, the economic problem we are having now, not having enough money and trust from people, is created by who? Politicians. Why? So that tomorrow when they succeed to solve the problem, you will see them as messiahs. Which messiahs might be? Eh? You have to give your money. You have to give your money. Thunder fire them. I want to thank parishioners. For the first time, parishioners, look, my people. I want to thank you people, parishioners. You know, you are all wonderful. I want to use the microphone to thank you people, parishioners. You know, parishioners, you are amazing. You are wonderful people. You have brain. Sometimes I say you don't have brain. You know, you don't take it personal. You know, just because in the days when you were still believing in these pastors, these cohorts, these morons, these thieves, Pentecostal jackass. You know, at that time I thought you have no brain, but I forgot that you were just a cheerful givers. I forgot that you were just humanitarians. That you were just good people who want to give to solve situation, and people make you victims. People use you. So at time I used to think that you don't have a brain. Sometimes, please forgive me for thinking you don't have brain. You had only a humanitarian heart that was making you to give money to these thieves. And they take advantage of that. Today you see you regain your brain. I want to thank my brother Ombel Njang. Ombel Njang, God bless you. Mr. Ombel. Mr. Ombel Njang, God bless you. You have opened the minds of so many youth who we are dangling and swimming because you are a role model. They look at you a clean person. You are clean inside and outside. And when you stand with pastors, you know they just go there because Mr. Ombel is there. Because Mr. Ombel is a role model. Mr. Ombel is very clean guy, very neat as you are. You know, some people just see, they know that Mr. Ombel do not go to what is dirty. And so they were following you like that without even talking. That's how followers are like that. You know, now when you come out and debunk and say, no, Colonel Vela, you have been fighting with me every day. No. Me and you chat behind the scene the whole day. We talk and talk. You told me how nasty it was. You told me how they kick you out of the groups. By the way, but you are the number one person that almost died for them. In this very same platform, one day, Mr. Ombel, forgive me, I insulted you. Because of this very same jackass co-pastor, you saw what they did to you? They kick you. You know what they do. Luckily, you are abroad. If you were in Ground Zero, they could have sent their mercenaries person to go and kidnap you. Look at what happened to General Ivo, the very same pastor. What happened in Batibo Gusa, same pastors. What happened to Commander Ayeke or to Commander Ekuraman? These people, the very same pastors. You know, Mr. Ombe, my brother, you are lucky that you are abroad. They could have not kicked you out of the group. They could have just kidnapped you. So God is so wonderful that God made you to leave that cartel, because that cartel is where the evil things is being done. In fact, you must have eaten something there with blood without knowing. We have to pray for you, Mr. Ombe. We pray to Mr. Ombe that God should clean him, clean his mind and his brain, and give him divine wisdom and divine intervention. For any weapon, for any diabolic and devil spirit that might have tried to fashion against him, in Jesus' name should not see him. We pray for our brother Ombel, the repentant parishioner, the repentant Ashawarian, the man that has refused to listen to manipulators, to understand for the flag. Mr. Ombel might not be an ego CO and ADF. He stands for the flag, and I respect him for that. God bless you, Mr. Ombel. You see, they are crying now because people like you left, you stopped giving money. Some just went silently and closed their bank account. You see, they are crying now. Money. When they gave the money to them, they thought that they have the whole world. They thought they could buy manga, buy marijuana, invest in marijuana, go and kidnap General Arke, go and cause so many atrocities. You know, because we were giving money to them. These people who know them, before 2016, I was the one. Me, Ivo, and Mark Barretta were the people that used to be bloggers. You know us. You know, there was also one blogger called Kinaka Blog. We took her out because she was doing it for a very whimsical type of thing. She was doing it nastily. So we took Kinaka out of the blogging. We told Kinaka that, listen, if you want to fight against the revolution, we are going to take you out. Kinaka was one of the famous bloggers before the revolution. We took Kinaka out of the game. This is not a child. This one not been bong blogging. This is war. This is war. This is war. There's a lot what we achieved when we had our unity. When we had unity with Mark, I were working together. These very same cartels, pastors came and divided us, started by dismissing youth from the revolution. And I hope I taught the youth we're going to understand. When they dismiss the youth from the revolution, this generation belongs to your fathers or to us, the youth. Then you allow the old people to come and dismiss the youth from the revolution, and you are clapping hands. Today, look at you. They are now going to dialogue in La République in Swiss. Like the very same time La République is announcing their dialogue, the people are going to Swiss to talk. What are they going to talk in Swiss apart from national dialogue of La République? Without a strategy, you are bound to run behind La République. Because La République has their own strategy to make Cameroon one and indivisible. That is the only agenda Cameroon has. We also, Ambas, have our own agenda, is to make Ambazonia one and indivisible independent state of Ambazonia. That is the goal. 50-50. Cameroon, at the end of the day, make his Cameroon one and indivisible. Cameroonese, of course, Francophones are one and indivisible. At the end, we make our own Ambazonia one and indivisible. Of course, Anglophones are one and indivisible. What else? 50-50. Power. So I want to thank our brother Omberenjang for taking his brain out. Thanking all parishioners and Ashawarians that have refused to give their money in that cartel. We won bigly and fatly. That is called big winning. Big fat winning. And we won together, folks. I want to be honest with you, folks. We won together. No one can claim this winning. Because look, in some few months ago, I was very bitter with I was so bitter with parishioners and Ashawarians. I didn't know that they will be repentant people. I didn't know that they will soon repent. Did I know? I didn't know. I asked one of my mom, example, Mom Paula, during the time of Sako. This is my mother in struggle. My mother is so because of Sako came, I had separation between me and my mother in struggle, Mom Paula. And one time I asked my mother, my mother said, I will take you to the hospital, to psychiatric hospital. I said, no, Mom, this pastor is a demon. I gave money to my trip to Buya, Mom, but this pastor is a demon. He used the money to kidnap General Arke, to kidnap generals and soldiers in Ground Zero, to force them under ASC. But we were not giving the money on that condition. Mom, this person is... And my mother told me in struggle, say, I need psychiatric drugs. Now, when they impeach Ayose Sekutabi, that is her favorite, I asked, Mom, are you the one who need drugs now? They impeach the leader Ayose Sekutabi, that is your favorite, your icon. Now you are moving and sniffing air like my grandmother sniffing snuff in the village. I told you that the pastor we are up to no good. You know what Mom Paula tell me? She said, son, just leave his son. This is a nice woman. Very lovely woman. But because she is so nice, she is so good, pastors took opportunity and take advantage of her humanitarian heart. This is a woman I know. We empty her bank account. Mom Paula gave the money in what? Citizen levy. Mom Paula, Mom, do you see give money in citizen levy? She gave the money in Skakuf, gave money in Skapak, gave money in the governing council, gave money in the interim government, my trip to Buya, gave money in citizen levy. She was paying for citizenship. How? In which country will you pay your citizenship? You see, my fellow brothers and sisters, when we speak, we the people who speak, when any time we spoke and then we speak, always make sure that you listen to our speaking. Listen to our speaking. Because when we spoke and spoke, we are speaking and speaking for a reason. Do not in all the time fight us. We talk using what we call political science theories. We use the theories. And anytime we cannot explain the theories we are using because the enemy is going to take those theories and use it against us. So when we know political theories, we use it indirectly. Because if we explain political theories out, the Republic is going to inherit it. Enemies' inheritance. And then they will use it against us. Do you agree that we should use political theories and explain our political theories? No. Example, there's one thing I want to say now. But before I say that, let us look at what Bifaga Chris Ano said today. He canonized all Amazonian leaders as enablers and terrorists. This Cristiano opened his fangs. This is dilapidated, outdated caterpillar mouth. Where if it this not be even caterpillar, because caterpillar said the clean places them made it look good. This dilapidated, outdated, archaic swine mouth open his bivaga mouth and say what you are going to see here. You know this is Liberation TV. We don't just talk, we say the reality and we show the people to see that. Please share this and invite, because we're not go here Tori now. We're not go man we no share na black leg. You know share, you be part of the Ashawari. You know share, you be part of bad people. God has told me not to leave any bad people in the revolution. God has told me to fight to the last blood for Yaoundé and any bad person. This is what I am for. God has given me an ordained message since day one. That is why in the Egomsi, no bad spirit is allowed. When you come to Egomsi and you bring bad spirit, I will ridicule you to the corners. Nonsense. We don't condone. This is war. Our people are dying. We don't allow people who are enablers, people who are connecting with Yaoundé. We will not allow them to be with us. This very same Cristiano, when I listen up, now this episode of Cristiano, people when I go for back for here, when I listen up. This man, now really bad man for the revolution. Let us listen to this beefaga. What are you saying, beef? Listen to this, not me talk. This man, this is a wicked man. Wicked man. Wicked man. Wicked. Today I sound it clearly. Cristiano is wicked man. Listen to this man, beefaga. Na me talk, no me talk. Na he mouth, he come blue fire. They say, now wind make him before you see Enos for far. Now you don't blow the wind where we don't see ye Anos. We don't talk about ye crashing Anos where we never ever see. Today, now wind don't blow them, we don't see the Anos. Now he day like say na pie. Some bloody Anos. When I listen up, no be me the talk about. Now he self the talk up.
It should not be fooled that these vast people of francophones are speaking for all of us. They are not speaking for all of us. They are looking to using us to achieving their aim, their goal. And unfortunately, these personalities, I'm telling you, Sisiko Ayoktabi, I will call the name, Ayoktabi, Cho Ayaba, Eric Tato, Barita, and Yerima, they are all behind this movement. They are all supporting this movement. They hold meetings together and they have rallies together. They carry the Francophone flag, the French Cameroon flag. They sing the French Cameroon anthem. And they are thinking that they can work together, and then at the end of the day, they solve our problem. We should not be fooled a second time, and let us make it very clear. Any Ambazonian working with a Francophone for whatever reason is not a patriot. Any Ambazonian, Southern Cameroonian working with Francophones at this moment for any reason, again, is not a patriot. He is or she is an enabler. Because they are not working for our interests. What they are trying to do is to nationalize, not internationalize, but nationalize, make our problem a Cameroon problem, which is what Mr. Biya has been trying to do all along. They are trying to nationalize our problem. They are saying, let us work together and remove the dictator. When Maurice Kamto takes over, we will give you back your federation. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not working again for federation. We can never say this enough. We are not working for federation. And so anybody working with French Cameroonians, anybody working with French Cameroonians with the goal of we having a federation at the end of the day is a traitor, an enabler, and we should begin to take note of these people. I am talking about Sisiko Ayoktabi, I'm talking about Yerima, I'm talking about Ayabacho, I'm talking about Tato, I'm talking about Barita, and I will say it, and I will say it, and I will say it anywhere that I go. Let's take note. They cannot take us back into the hands of French Cameroon after we have made so much progress. Ladies and gentlemen, it is very important. Now, our leaders went to Europe, to Swiss, to sit down with the Swiss government. An initiative that the international community has endorsed. Guess who wasn't there? All these leaders I have mentioned, none of them was there. Now, the Bia's initiative has come out. We all have condemned it. Guess who has not condemned Mr. Bia's dialogue? These same people I have mentioned have not condemned Mr. Bia's dialogue. In fact, we have heard some of them say that, oh, they are going to be there. Some of them are saying that it is only those in jail who can represent us. Are you hearing that? Are you hearing that? The same people are saying it is only those in jail who can represent us. Who is endorsing that nonsense? Ladies and gentlemen, our eyes have to be open. I have given you the names. These are the people. If we should end up with French Cameroon, blame them. Blame them. If we should end up with any federation, blame them.
When I make up, my people, when I don't hear where Bifaga Anos, he don't talk am. No, we may talk about now Bifaga Anos. When I don't hear where Bifaga Anos, he don't talk am. In fact, make I put small, maybe we hear small before I want read Bible verse for you. Maybe we hear small Bible verse.
Tabi, Acho Ayaba, Eric Tat are not speaking for all of us. They are looking to using us to achieving their aim, their goal. And unfortunately, these personalities, I'm telling you, Sisiko Ayoktabi, I will call the name, Ayoktabi, Acho Ayaba, Eric Tato, Barita, and Yerima, they are all behind this movement. They are all supporting this movement. They hold meetings together and they have rallies together. They carry the Francophone flag, the French Cameroon flag. They sing the French Cameroon anthem. And they are thinking that they can work together, and then at the end of the day, they solve our problem. We should not be fooled a second time, and let us make it very, very, very clear. Any Ambazonian working with a Francophone for whatever reason is not a patriot. Any Ambazonian, Southern Cameroonian working with Francophones at this moment for any reason.
I get caller for line. Make I answer this caller. Me we hear what you caller want talk. Hello caller. Hello. Hello caller. Caller, where you there now? You call him. You begin open your mouth. Hello. Hello caller.
Hello?
I say there we pray. I don't make him so tell this man don't crease. You get medicine.
I say medicine day.
If you be parishioner over Shawari and go catch Onkolo, because that prayer for Bible, I get Bible for hand. That prayer don't catch him where.
No, you don't hold them for day. You don't hold them for
call
day.
Dr. Nicholas Santos and Gambe man make it bring that psychiatrist in where they call for US. Come put medicine.
I tell you, they need them.
Welcome, brother. Yawa, you are bottom very well. Welcome to the show. This is Liberation TV. Right on.
Thank you very much. Thank you for being there for us to make where you will be educate some of me through your platform. So really be very important.
Now the people's platform will escape get choice. I decrease for no give people me them talk.
General, you don't see. If I'm because they don't come out this way, so they will start by banning. You start banning there. Now you don't can talk against the leader. If you ban me now, you can't call me against the leader. So now confusion.
People where they don't get air for us.
I still want for President Ambazonia them how we got to open their eyes, make them see who their people be. They are talking for this level now because the frustration don't hold them. Money need to come again. They don't get money for pay bills and for their house rent them. That is why they will come out and say what they want to say. Now their last days they count them out for this revolution. Now they enable them.
Thank you, Papa. Right on.
Yes. You know that I want to use this platform for tell Ambazonia, for thank Ambazonia the most people. This our woman them, this our tackling them for which way they don't make and we see them. This physical day, at least this woman they don't prove for me say no. They did truly for our back and
what did the woman them do? Make people here what they do good thing where they do.
Yes, at least the physical day 22 September we passed yesterday. If we look, we'll see the celebration where the woman they celebrate right from ground one. We'll see how they make we really remember this day. So we really praise them, we really thank them for their support.
Wow. So yes. You mean that one will come see for refugee camp where some woman where them call them say Mom Paula. You don't go with Pekin.
Yes, Mami Ambazonia.
They sing songs so te Pekin then the Yawa then the talk good. They sing so te the whole Amba national anthem. Nayi?
Yes, General. Nayi.
As you talk Nayi that picture then the Yawa for screen say people the hear what thing where you talk are the relate themselves for TV people they see. Continue the talk. Talk about that for 1 minute.
Okay, thank you, General. So that one it really bring me some joy for me. It make me really remember truly. I see some of you know there for that position too for really join them for celebrate that. We hope say with this fight we will go on. We normally we will meet up for ground zero except very soon in a short time. We will just keep this very steadfast and don't forget about the enablers them. No, just continue. That Mr. I know even put Mr. for this. This annual you think that the frustration where they don't see Ambazina don't want me them. Now whatever way you see they become the talk this their stuff.
You know, so when they see Mom Paula now, it come out for UK. Gather thing them from Europe. He won't go for refugee, not even signalate them anymore. He go for there, the talk now only Seseku. How they know of him mad, how they know of him Chris upon all our prayer, where we run the prayer. Upon people like you and me, where we don't tell our people the reality, how they know of him mad. Brother, you know your thing right on.
I'm telling you. If we go to take me the rubber with Auntie Sadina, you don't ever see we go she done with Auntie Sadina. I tell you, we go rubber with Auntie Sadina, say they go. Now just exactly. I don't know how I don't know how I feel put the thing. So tell some Ambazona that even the thing they talk about it.
You know, because you know, say I think say you know, say when you get baby, it will grow. Small time you want see him, he start get one teeth. If he bite mommy breast, then they put something for mouth. When you want suckle breast, may no bite. Then small time he start he stand up. They say yeah to. It turn up small. And here you think the baby don't start to understand. Then small time start they play. Go they make firewood. Go they carry water. You think the baby don't they grow? The baby when we get where I think they don't grow. It don't come back again now for the cripple. He said, "We will go dialogue with the Republic." Yeah.
I will call on the. I will call. I know call and say. I will call on the different forces. They be inside the BLM. Make them start open eye and find way to join the contender force because Mr. Chris Ano and Sako then they are going down as Ambazonia don't open their eyes, see they release them.
Yes.
Make them find let them go down, join any go under contender force because from there they feel they get a sponsor. Because as Ambazonia don't open their eyes, they know who this criminal person them be these things then now so they know who get money for fund them. But since we know in our nation and our defense forces, in our army, maybe they would call upon them, so they start check things for do now. They made them join under some force will be directed to contender for from there with the feel get sponsor.
Thank you so much, brother. Thank you for this thing where you don't talk because make I add one thing. A fellow fighters were on a day ground zero. How would I feel expect people when they carry una money go buy Mexico wheat, go put for manga for marijuana? How would I feel expect the kind of people where they like smoke wheat, mean them go hell una how? They not be soldier. They be now people where they not be soldier, now people where they there for other AC. They talk about wheat. That means if they there for ground zero when I don't finish. That is another case. That is another case where they talk. So right on, brother, you are right. And one thing, brother. Last time I get message from the Commander Spartan group, I cried the whole day for Sparta. I want to tell him that I have heard his cry. I listened to his cry, I saw him crossing the river, and to my shocking of what they lied him to take group and soldiers to Nigeria just to give him some small. I don't want to talk about it in the media, but I want to send the message that we have heard. The contender team has heard, and we're going to work something very big for that military to join and collaborate. Thank you, brother. Right on.
Yes, sir. Thank you for that one too. Yes, and I just want to talk now about the bullshit where they happened, about the dialogue whatsoever where they happened for La Republique.
You mean that CBDM? That CBDM? You mean the CBDM preparing for the next election?
Yes, for this CPM team them. The message I want to send directly now for these chiefs them for inside Southwest, South Coast. Ambazonia don't leave them. They just don't quiet now because they maybe the thing say they don't know now how for talk. But if the say they defeat talk, they should don't quiet because they at the year they have went now they say 10 state federation. But then just remember because now they don't take all that land they sell them for Bulu people them.
Yes.
All the land from Fako side, they don't really take our own land. But they don't remember, they know we fight and bring them back. Because if they come on now, make their small voice for Ambazonia open eye for them. They know we should done for that very play they did. You know, so they don't sell land all for Okaida Bilai? Okaida or how they call it? Yes. As you talk, I'm not them this. Yeah, right on, brother. As you talk, I put them for media, people they see them. Wait, they talk. Right on. People they see them for screen. So I will chief them where they be in numbers. Now they may chief them. Now they just find their place. We don't leave them. Decide what fight. We know say the day where they no fit talk. But if they fit talk, let them just choose their side. Because if they vomit them, if they just make this thing again, they don't get peace for inside where they will down. They don't get peace. They don't feel work for road inside Ambazonia. I tell you, Ambazonia they control them, and they know who to talk to. They know who La Republic know who for meet up. Yes. If they don't want to go for their own way, they go to talk about business. We will now go meet all these people the way they talk saying that we cannot talk because we don't have any defense forces on this ground. We don't control the ground. Go and meet these people that are controlling on this ground. Exactly. I agree, brother. You are right. I agree. Then they go there with Simon Achiriachu. Go eat some palm, drink some palm wine. Then after them go come out, we picking and they die. Picking and they die. What they are fighting for our education. They know book pathway. They like education pathway. Look at all of them at the age of 90s and 100 all. People they don't sell their own life. They don't finish all. I say all land them for Boya, Limbe, other side them go inside equity them, just side them, all those lands they don't sell and go finish. You see bush too, the part of one of the things they don't buy them. Now what do you see they go make that their noise? When they just find place you don't quite like you know where for them to inside Ambazonia. You don't just look there say they don't really pass their age, they don't their time don't be passed. But they don't make me more think about some other thing again. Now Mr. Joe want to send for the children, even the one for Mancon. The man continue for that place if you breathe air. But you know how if you talk on talk to me, go for you. And but then they quiet. With they all side mode, they make the defense for the all side. You know because last time they move person from even who you did. You know because last time they don't assure people to go down. Yeah, they confused because last time we say me we go low on chiefs. So they are confusing thinking that we are weak. But Gauzero, I don't want to say what I'm smelling that is coming on the way. You know. Yes, I feel ADF is everywhere you go. Even the people you pass on the road, they are ADF people in Ambazonia. So may they just look any man where they play anything inside Ambazonia. Now may it look the footstep, may it look the footstep for back. Look inside where they talk. If you didn't have oversight what that way they talk for the oversight moving for you don't remain for this. If you didn't have for this side, you remain for this side. Because from now on, we will face you now. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you for this wonderful opening way. Don't open them so. You be open up for eye as you do so. Thank you, General. No, close your mind. Then when you talk so, then go the one try for cook you for Juju house. Remain strong and not ever cover your mouth. They don't cook me so I don't be like a cook themselves. Okay. Okay. I know they don't jam you small.
They jam me.
I have no time now.
Brother.
I don't tell them we jam you. We stand strong.
We must stand strong. La Republic no be jam we finish them. Now this enable them when they don't even know how to use money. Then go jam we. People.
Okay, you.
Thank you, brother. God bless you.
And you too.
We go read Psalms. The Psalm where don't make them go crazy. Make you hear. Thank you. Make we pray for them. Yes. Hallelujah. Shabbos. We go put Psalms. Psalms. That's Psalm 55. Where you there? On Psalms 53. Yes. Human wickedness. Psalm 53. Una here. No be me to talk. Psalm 53. Fools said to themselves, there is no God. There is no Ambazonia. Fools said to themselves that Ambazonians, when we come see, are enablers. Fools like Chris Ano, Psalm 53. They are all corrupt. Psalm 53 chapter 1. Human wickedness. They are all corrupt. And they have done terrible things. Example like impeaching leaders, neutralizing leaders, praying the leaders be sentenced to jail, and kidnapping my trip to Buya. They have done terrible things. There is no one who does what is right. That's chapter 1. For chapter 2, may we answer caller before we go chapter 2 for Psalms 53. We must use this to finish these pastors because Bible is their weapon. We go use them against them. We get caller. Hello, caller.
Hello. Good morning, my elbow general.
This is Liberation TV. You are TV. Speak your bottom belly as you come there, whether you be against or for. No worry. Speak as you want. Right on, brother. Welcome. I hear say Chris Ano don't go mad. You don't call Dr. Nicholas Santos make medication.
Yeah. They get for go more mother. You know the person where be the casual people, then they contravene money, they take misuse and pay their bills. The eye be don't open, so it don't leave the group, so they don't get nowhere. So they get for go crazy. I thought in the person of Eric.
Brother, why you no get hurt? Why you no get hurt like this? Why you no get hurt? Why you be Ambazonia like this? You no get hurt for enablers. You no get hurt for La Republique Ekelebism. Why you no get hurt for La Republique terrorism like this? A person don't crease, come on for root. You dey add the crease on top crease again. Right on.
Yeah, so they get to go crazy. Now I want to talk based on this thing for dialogue because now the last bullet this will get to kick up out.
Talk am, Papa. Talk am.
I return now, so I've been a Bali for Grand Zero.
Thank you, Papa. Thank you so much. Right on. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so this aspect of dialogue, Ambazonian, we for Grand Zero, we get right for showcase because the whole of this dialogue issue, they are on our problem. And not a problem of diaspora.
That means the diaspora no get diaspora no be Ambazonia.
Yeah.
Talk on, Papa. Talk your bottom belly even if you want to talk against me. Right on, brother.
Yeah. So when I turn for that 22nd, I see my brother, sister, my mommy them from Nigeria. For refugee camp, they celebrate the national day, they sing, they give praises for our leaders and for jail.
Yeah.
I cry.
I thank God say you don't mention leaders for jail. So the dialogue say they don't free the leaders, or how they go dialogue for freedom, or how the dialogue go there with the who? They go dialogue for jail for the leader when they there for inside Gata, or how they go do? Tell me.
Now those leaders them. Now leaders them for Ambazonians, so the leaders for diaspora. So the dialogue before the dialogue ever take place, now our own leaders and that the politics where they place say they're separatists. The whole matter for the dialogue Ambazonian and La Republic. That is the theme of the debate. Any other way they talk about them, all those other category them, non-arrival for the dialogue phase.
But I don't see the list where they don't publish them. I don't see Ambazonia people for inside the list. Oh, now say another list where they hide.
Yeah, you know when Ambazonia will not defeat La Republic, and people call me face to face. They get to call a general meeting to do the negotiation.
Now that one way they for Swiss. Now the one way they go for Swiss now, or now how that one will take place? Now for Bomeka or now for which side?
That is why they fear for talk, because they not disclose the thing. It's just a drama. It's just a political drama where Atanganji they struggle for drama where you already take their grades for end and day. Yeah.
So how the dialogue will take place? Right on, bro. Right on.
Yes, this dialogue will take place. We not get leaders for after they said to send some representatives to the camp for diaspora and talk with some people. All our leaders are engaged.
That means that the leader that means that the leader that is in jail, that is pointing another one and saying, this is my mouthpiece. Example, that Donald Trump did for America, but Donald Trump will send the US ambassador and say, Mr. Ambassador, you are my mouth. Go and talk for the people like Diago send Okaila Bilai and Lele Lafrik in Bamina and say, you are the governor, you are my mouth. Send the mad dogs to go and kill the people because you have the mouth of the president. Do you mean that US ambassador to La Republic is not speaking for Donald Trump? Do you mean if Ayok Sekutabi say, if Ayaba and Yerima come together, they speak for me? Do you want to say because Yerima and Ayaba are abroad, they are not your leaders, even though your leader Seseku designate them?
Good. That is the power we want. Probably I give that power to Ayotabe to say Yerima and Ayaba, these are my representatives. I'm not old. I cannot think. I cannot reason. These are my representatives.
Who will give the power to who will give the power to who?
Ayotabe will give the power.
But he already did it. But he did. I am not a member. I am not a member of the interim government. I have never been. But I know he gave the powers to Yerima. That's why Yerima is there. Yerima did not create himself.
Colonel, no keep aside politics. Now it always for the level where we need ministers and go for sale. So say, okay, Mr. Ayok, President of Ambazonia, this is the situation. Who will represent you at the diaspora? Me be open, me no be na this corner paper often. What if Seseku is the one telling Cameroon that this is who will speak for you too? Think like this are two people with equal powers. Don't be looking at Seseku like a beggar, begging La Republic for who will stand for him. You remember this? Remember that these are people with two equal powers. And one will not listen, one will not go below another one. So you don't want Seseku. How will Seseku go and take powers from La Republic in order to say this person will? No! As a revolutionary, you say this is what I want, and then he shall stand that way. He is in jail. When they wanted to jail him, he refused anything that will make him not to be an Ambazonian. And then you want him that he should listen to ministers before he designate what he wants. No, Ayok Sekutabi is a mature father. Think like this, brother. Don't try to put Ayok Sekutabi to look like a beggar. The reason again, no, he's right. Not. It's not a beggar. We have our guns, we have our bullets.
Now you are talking.
We have the yam and the knife to decide.
Now you are talking.
The yam and the knife. Remember, we are fighting for all the prisoners, not for Ayok Sekutabi.
So how can you talk about the guns and bullets and you don't recognize the gun leaders?
You are taking too far.
No, brother. Remember that this is an interactive show and people are listening. So we are developing points. We are doing what we call intellectual debates. So don't take it personal, okay?
Yeah, resistance continue, and have to stop the resistance. Like people have to submit.
All right.
Yeah. Who is in control? who is in control? They will say, Mr. Feseto, who is in control of this military? They said, Dr. Cho Ayaba. Please, can we see him? But I probably have to beg.
But do you know that Ayo Seseku Tabi has never believed in arms and he don't want arms? In fact, that's why the first colonial master that was killed by ADF, Ayo Seseku Tabi sent a condolence message to Port Bia. You know that? That man is a peaceful man. He don't believe in arms.
He never wanted it, but now he is looking for survival. And that is why he said Yerema and Ayaba. Now Ayaba is a grown man from the onset go.
Okay, so
and now he's using Ayaba as a walking stick.
So do you people in Ground Zero actually need to go and dialogue with the very same person who declared war, kill your people, destroy houses, kill baby Mata, slaughtered Mami Samsoya, burn Mami Api? Do you really want to dialogue with you know that God, I have a Bible here. You know that God has never ever dialogue with Satan, and God is the preacher of forgiveness. God has never forgiven Satan. Do you think that Ambazonian people really have the moral standard to forgive them?
We are not dialoguing with like public. We are giving them condition for this dialogue to take place. Release all these people because they will not dialogue. They will not dialogue. They are only using drama.
Brother, thank you so much.
If you portray the prisoners and then you see the dialogue will fail. But if people saying that the leaders are in diaspora, they think now we will spend more time on this issue. Now coming back to the contender force, we need to arm ourselves. We need to arm ourselves. I'm right now in Bali. My boys are there. We are there trying to see what we can do.
Yeah. How is Bali situation? Is calm coming down?
Everything there is calm. That we are trying to see how these guys they can have village. You know, we appreciate you. You send the Mandela family send something for our great king Dr. Yaba to supply us with those things. We are very, very happy for the Mandela family. The President Mandela family to keep on going.
Thank you so much, brother. You know, Mandela families look at things from critical angles and from rational angles. Mandela's families look things indirectly. When they look, you cannot understand except after 1 year. That's why sometimes after 1 year, some people who stand against Mandela family apologizes because we look at things from critical angles. Example: the unity between us and Seseku is a critical unity. That means it's a unity of purpose, not a unity of sheep follower. You understand?
Yeah.
Since the Republic has incarcerated them to life imprisonment, that means that their own is finished. But as a people who reason, can you allow your own people, even though you disagree with them, that the enemy should do whatever they can do with? You can fight with your brother every day. But if an enemy comes from outside, in fact, better I kill my brother than somebody else to kill my brother. You understand? So that is what is going on now, is that we will not allow the enemy to do anything to any of our people. Even if our people are wrong, the enemy has no moral standing to sentence our people, brother. That is the reason.
Yeah, if you look at the face now, enemies are not fighting us. We are fighting within ourselves. And Jeka is there saying that they are going to destroy the unity conference in Manchester. To come there, all those things. It brings a lot of confusion.
Brother,
those things are not supposed to ever come up.
Thank you for mentioning this before you want to go. You know, when they call for the first conclave, Dr. Kwanga and Ayaba ran to Nigeria even though they were not invited. Remember what they say? They say, guns on the table too, as part of the problem to unite with Kakuf. They say no. Second conclave, they not invite Ayaba and Kwanga, then run, then go again for Nigeria for second conclave. Say guns and bullet, then kick them out. Third conclave, then went until they fight. You know that there was a fight. You know that, and they kick them out of the hall. When they say self-defense only, they no agree. Then after the fourth conclave, they go create what? The interim government. When they create them, they don't even believe. They do only waka say independence go come from the court. For the workers, then go to the republic from the court. Take money give for Kakuf. All those things. And at that time, people like Prince Jeka, you know where they were. These are people who listen after 1 year. You know wherever what he was saying that time. Patasan. Look at how they put Patasans, and today he is kidnapped, and we now are the one fighting for him. And indirectly they derail the revolution because the energy we are using to go for this critical unity, the energy we have been using to point the republic to free the Naira 10, Because of the carelessness. We are telling these people that La Republic is fully inside them, that they are infiltrated. In fact, that's some decision they take, that some advisors are La Republic agents. They were not reasoning because of people like Prince Jekar. And today, look at the effects they have caused to the revolution. Look at the effects. Imagine if Akwanga and Ayabatu were kidnapped. Don't you not see that the revolution could have suffered a lot? So, brother, the very same people who are against unity, the very same people are power mongers against unity. Look at Ashu and I, neutral people brought unity conference to Canada. They hijacked it, brought to Washington. The next 2 days, Chris Ano did what? Chris Ano destroyed it. Now, Ayabacho has run behind these people like a mad dog. It is always Ayaba running behind them. Look at how they compromise Akwanga. Look at how they make Akwanga to lose our trust. Look at how they destroyed Barikapul in South John. Look at how they destroyed even Pro Lumumba came. What is the outcome of Pro Lumumba? Pro Lumumba mentioned about unity. Did they respect? No, they acted like Dia. Today, Dr. Cho Ayaba is running behind Yerima again to go. Cho has not asked like, oh, I have been in the revolution for 30 years. Yerima should be the one running behind me. No. Dr. Cho Ayaba is running again to UK to go and talk to Yerima. Don't you not see this person has a struggle in their heart?
Two is down.
Thank you so much, brother. What do you have to conclude to Ambazonia people?
My only conclusion is that now, Eric Tato has a good idea before. He's still bringing the idea now. Already there's contender force, so people should just join and see. People should come. Okay, Eric, this is your idea of Ambazonia Federal Army. It's the same thing like a contender force.
But brother, you are talking about Eric Tato and Federal Army. Don't you know see Eric Tato saying he want to go and dialogue with La Republic? Don't you not hear? He want to talk about federation. The same way the southern zone chiefs are talking about 10-state federation. You don't see that this man, Okichuku, baby journalist, is a son of these chiefs? He used to send newspaper to Mosonge. He used to send newspaper to Mosonge when we were talking about revolution in 2016 and 2017. He came to revolution just basically 8 months ago.
Colonel, listen to what he's saying. Just listen to what he's saying. You guys are up there. You guys need to look at this thing.
The problem is that, look, if you listen to Atanga Njipor, because Atanga Njipor is now saying, I am so sorry because I raped people. I am so sorry. If you listen to Atanga Njipor, because are you doing the right thing to the people? No, let's say that we want to listen to him. Will you listen to Atanga Njipor say, I am so sorry that I raped your people. I am so sorry that I have...
No, you see, Eric Tato has some good points. No matter what he is, no matter how the guy is agile, they have some good points. And he has some bad side. Everybody, even you there, you have your own good point, you have your own bad side.
You are right, sir. Thank you so much. If Eric Tato should carry a Kema, you go and carry the food of colonial masters and Dios. Trust me, I will be a fan of Eric Tato. But if he carry people, continue to carry only Ambazonian citizens, no, then he's wrong. So if the Gary process was applicable only to La Republic, Nebelas and people that we have tagged them as La Republic, people we must put out of Amazonia.
Ekema is like for people Ambazonia.
You demand for mention Ekema and mention Ambazonia? You demand?
So if they say goes down and you go out, if you meet the Ambazonian fighters and then they put you down.
This is what I said in war, what we call political theories. You know, when you lack strategy, you use very wrongful decisions like President Idi Amin, dictator Idi Amin of Uganda, right? So the problem is if you teach your children this is the problem. Listen, sir. If you teach your children in the class, I have always mentioned. Do you know why I've done? Do you know why I've done?
Hello? Not visitor.
No, I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you the reason why you see me live. Do you know why I did more than 1,000 live shows? You think I like? Do you think I really like to do 1,000 live shows? This is the problem. Fidel Castro of Cuba is educating revolutionaries. Have you ever listened to Fidel Castro of Cuba in Netflix? His videos are in Netflix educating any revolutionaries. When you want to fight for war, one of your greatest obstacles is the people you are fighting to free. You are the one to make sure that you educate your people socially to stand on your own side. And that as a good revolutionarist, you will never ever fight any of yours. That means If you teach them, don't go out and they go out. The next ghost town coming, you have to do a lot of work. If they go out, it's because you did not convince them. You are the bad teacher. Do you understand? That is why for many times I use what I don't want to call here called Skinnerian theory. Do you know why I use those psychological theories in order to motivate the people? Do you know why? The reason is because I cannot kill my people, which I know La Republic gave us a very bad education system, meaning our people have low IQ reasoning. If I have already justified that we were subjugated to bad education system, then how can I go now and begin to kill my own people who are slow learners because they did not go to any good education system? Brother, then it means that our allegations of bad education system lack substantial evidences. But is that true? No. Then we will need to educate our people to respect those things. Look at me in Bui. You see Bui? People in Bui don't disrespect Ghost Town. Why? Because we make sure that Eric cannot talk about county by county. His own place where he comes from. People are disrespecting this revolution. Look at me. I don't have any hard rule in Bui. Me and Sheikh Kavi, we don't put anything hard in Bui. But the people in Bui respect the revolution than ever before. You know a fact. Why? Because we talk to our people very lovely, we respect.
No problem. Even the 4 minutes you put. Huh?
So you see, you have to talk to your people with respect, brother. You have to respect them when you explain something with respect. Eric don't speak like a dog that has missed a bullet, or like a lion that has missed a bullet somewhere. You have to talk to people with respect and love, and the people will bite to your point. When you keep talking to people and say Garin, Nyanyamboto, are those your children? Don't you not see those are families that have lost? And you want to cause them to give up? You have to talk to them with love and respect, my people. That's why we send messages in our dialect to our people. With love and respect. Only as revolutionaries. Fidel Castro is talking like this in Netflix, bro. So I hope that the point is well clear in that way. And the people that are listening, I hope that you are also benefiting from this political debate. Because this is a debate here. We have just debated with this person and he spoke so well. I want to thank, because with this we develop points and people understand, right? So there are certain things that I don't really always like. Example, I don't want to be politically correct or speaking grammar here. We can do that, my people. We have done it when the revolution started, but is that called for? Grammar does not dodge bullets, does not stop bullets, right? So let us understand. We have another caller on the line. We have a caller coming. Caller. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the Liberation.
Yes, Mr.
Welcome, sir.
Yes, welcome to the TV. Yes. How are you doing, sir?
Sir, I am doing very, very well as La Republique continue to say Sanevapa, Sanevapa.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, this is night here, and I did follow your show. I did hear the reaction for your people, whether the comments, whether the call. As you talk to you on a TV, somebody get to talk about on the left.
Brother,
therefore I'm happy.
Brother,
that statement alone, I'm happy.
Empty your own, make a hear whether you want to go for Swiss or you want to go for La Republique. Talk about we here for here. Now political debate, anything we say here, don't take it personal, okay?
Okay. Yes, the first one I would try one talk. I want to talk my truth. No hate me because of what you are going to talk.
I no go hate you, brother. I go hate you say
because of what you are going to talk.
I go hate you say I don't keep on beer before I start to hate you. Only when I don't keep on beer, then I go hate you.
Okay. Now the first thing I want to say, they don't talk, so they don't call dialogue. I don't know the kind of dialogue what they call.
Thank you, brother. You think
I try for tell owner, if I tell owner, no be na you, everybody will be involved, like the leaders. You want to tell owner get to intensify. Owner buy guns. I use to play dirty language.
Hi.
Gun is for self-defense. I'm not afraid to say it.
If you the way scream my name, then on top Bible. Wait till you talk up. Now so God be talking for David. Make it smart Goliath. Thank you so much. You are talking according to the scripture. Right on, sir.
Now the time. You are at the time where they get to buy more guns. I dey talk to people them. They kill people on daily basis today at the talk. But they don't call for dialogue. So when I get to understand the irony wey dey for the dialogue. You hear? You know, if the tell pikin say also, oh, okay, if you cry, calm, oh, I beg you, stop crying. But the other hand, wey dey for back, you okay, you dey feel with the pikin. They go tell me so the pikin go stop for cry. You know, go stop for cry because it still be the pikin. You see? Now, time we say leaders, I have about the other Yorima. So, look, me, I know the see them, even if they be divided, they get to come together.
Yes.
They buy more guns on ground zero.
And when you talk about, sorry for this, when you talk about gun, you mean hunter gun?
My brother, they use hunter gun for fight war. No, maybe a hunter gun. I mean guns, machine guns. I know the talk na gun guns. No, they no. Now, how they fight First World War. How America they fight their war. They use gun guns.
Now, for where? They know what they know.
So they get to buy gun. If I talk gun, now gun if you give about 500 rounds for 1 minute.
Pump action. Pump action.
So they get to buy guns. That's not the first point. The second point, I say, I don't
wait. You don't wait. May we pray for the first point. We don't talk. God in Jesus' name, as the caller don't talk. Say the first point. Gun and bullet. God in Jesus' name, you empower David to put down Goliath in Jesus' name. If David were today, he will be using AKs, Kalashnikovs, using sniper. In Jesus' name, we pray for this first one. As we are listening to the second one, fatly and bigly. In Jesus' name, we pray. Amen. Right on, sir.
Amen. Okay. The second point I want to talk. I want to go for Eric Tato page.
Baby, you want to go with it?
Eric Tato. Now, Eric Tato, the way me I look Eric Tato, he like to talk it through, but he will take it through sometimes personal. But whether we like it or not, Eric Tato don't change this revolution. Remember the time people that will contribute money for this revolution? My trip to Boya. Eric Tato has been one of the main actors. And they listen to his show, people that will contribute money for live show. Where they do this my trip to Boya. That money enter, other money we don't know, but then money be enter.
Yes.
We do it today. Only for come for here, say people that don't chop money, people that don't get plan B and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Eric Tato will not see condemn Eric Tato say do bad. No. If you talk to Eric Tato because if you do Gary process and so on, yes, like he talk, with the fight war. The only people that he share with for the war, maybe not the enemy will the fight them, now people that they fight with we. Like we will the fight. That me I feel selling that you are safe. Because of the fight me and you, I know I safe to use that for fight. Now me I feel use that secret for go sell outside there so that many people they can't keep. So the Gary process, we are just realizing this so people they be stubborn. If wait for before Gary came out, I Tangan to confess, like God, they for our side, he confessed. And believe me, he confessed won't go far.
Thank you so much. My brain and your brain, it work together in Jesus' name.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I don't talk so. For Gary, in ambulance.
Tanganji, in confession, he don't go very far. Remember, if I feel just flash it back, at Tanganji for a TV show for their Crook CRTV,
yes,
he talks to there is no Anglophone problem.
Yes.
The journalist asks again, he say, I will say it today, I will say it tomorrow, I will say it the next hour, the next week, the next month, the next year, I will say it forever. There is no Anglophone problem.
Yes.
But there are Kumkumota come. He acknowledge and say there is Anglophone problem.
Yes.
Few days behind, what happened? He can confess.
Exactly.
He be sorry for the woman who rape, the people who do this and so on and so forth. So the Gary process, everybody talk. Me, I know say every title is very innocent about Gary process. I tell you, you don't tell him now. You don't tell him I say this will be sorry for what you do. Yes, I mean that one our own reasoning. That you don't tell him I say be sorry. He mention them. That means every time the people don't kill. He mention everything we don't do. And this thing them are the resource of activists, Eritato, Yanisiko, and other people. But they didn't talk about this at Tanganji, a group. Today, now who can talk about the master himself at Tanganji?
So in that case, do you support dialogue with La Republic now?
My brother is very tricky. It's very tricky. May I answer that question? Yes, I support dialogue with conditions. The first condition for my dialogue, I say, Kupuma get to move all the Kilibi for our land.
Which
is get to move everything.
Which is impossible for La Republic.
Okay, well, it is possible. They can do it. It is possible, yes. That's not the first thing. You get to move all the Kilibi. Let them come out.
No, we put our flag.
Secondly, any persuading data, you get to move them, and the population get to confirm to us. If I talk population,
far winning.
I mean Southern Cameroonians.
Ambazonians, yeah.
The Ambazonians, they get to confirm to us. My brother, the doctor, they get to confirm to those people are out. They go out, all including our leaders. Maurice Kanto, well, because it's a good brother, it's a good neighbor. I think talk to us later, liberate it.
Yeah.
But that is not our concern for now. Then at the second condition we get to give them. Then thirdly, dialogue not supposed to be for Cameroon at all. And inside the dialogue, with the dialogue not between Ambazonia and La Republique du Cameroon. Two people.
Exactly.
That's where they talk to take people that will find out this and this and this. No, it is cosmetic. That is why we say the dialogue is a failed dialogue.
Yes.
It is failed.
It failed. You know, American diplomat were saying it the very same day that Guguma was speaking. They say he has failed before arriving.
Of course. If he acknowledges there is an Anglophone problem, okay, it means these two regions, they get problem according to it. Why the involve people for panel, for can judge their own case, for can decide their own fate. So it is a fair dialogue.
Exactly.
Therefore, we get to buy guns. There is no dialogue, just guns. We not supposed to get all the so okay, no, you don't for table. No, we get to tell you, we get to show action. Make come there people and say, okay, we need to do this.
Exactly.
And dialogue, even if that thing go whole, even if the fish satisfy those conditions, dialogue is supposed to be for Cameroon. It's supposed to be for US or for somewhere else out of Cameroon, maybe even out of Africa. Because I don't trust Africa. That land, I don't trust them at all.
Are they with you?
Yes.
Are they with you together? If you trust Africa, why are you Sekuta be high? Take himself before you find yourself for Yaoundé.
Exactly.
So now what I was people when they don't turn up say me will go for dialogue, and they ask them say, Ayo Sekuta be way no ever talk about guns. Them catch and put them for life in prison in Bongata. Any man way talk independent like me, you go for the Republic, don't go born you like how they born Gorong beef. You know Gorong beef? Mbangdu. You know how they born Mbangdu? You remove you know this Honda gun where Papa get for before. Then get some iron rod for beside for Honda gun. When you don't put that gun powder, you take cotton put them for mouth. You take we call them say tatangar. We call them that one iron rod where they beside the gun. You take them so you hit. Make the gun powder go well. When you fire them, it go make sound. Now that sound where we Papa they take them. Now that iron rod where we Papa they take them for bone Gorong beef. You go for La Republic where you be separatists like me. Now that thing where they will take and burn you, you go there, burn them, burn you so you go there like Gorong beef.
Now the problem that now why that dollar is supposed to be anywhere in Africa anywhere. Because you know what will happen for Nigeria. And you know Nigeria, if we look, you and I will know our history. Nigerians, now our brothers then. Now one Papa born with. Maybe if he be saying a different man.
But the government
we see what will happen.
But the government Hedgeman government.
Exactly. So now say that level supposed to be Cameroon, and they're not going to listen. Look, when I tell John Bakuru then, when I tell Ayabacho, when I tell Sako, whatever way they do them, when I tell them, now they contribute money for buy guns. Now they don't ask for, look, see, I tell you something.
Brother, how you talk like say you don't know the history for contribution and money in this struggle? You never know this one way, money where you don't, you never hear.
No, yes, I want just give a flash out to talk. You get it here. For be a leader, you know, look, when you take somebody away, it is very poor for put a leader. What will go happen? It will depend on the people. Now, so it happen for the city Christian with them, and that's a co. I know one talk the one, but then, you know.
No, because you are speaking, your mouth is filled with the Holy Spirit. You are speaking.
So it will happen.
Now, your power. Now, Holy Spirit, people, let it go.
You
let your mouth go.
You see 6,000 Cameroonians, they contribute money. You don't even know these people. You don't know their conditions. You don't know how they live. They will look and say, no, this is the right thing to do. They take their money, contribute, and say, this one will go for Boya. But I want to show everybody, people that chop the money, they no go ever see fine. You see, may I tell you something, brother?
In Jesus' name.
God, they exist. I don't care what other people think about God. I want to say they exist. With living examples, so I know. No one talk. I mean, the first one I fit talk. Now the one for Atanganji. He can confess openly under a broad daylight.
I say we acres the do job. Now acres the war.
So people they get to be very careful. When you show people their money, they will talk against you. Remember, these people are men of God. They go to church, they pray. I mean, look, we got to be very, very, very careful. We got to be careful. Now, I know say, Sakoda go listen, whoever go listen, we got to be careful.
The man is listening here with a fake. The man has a fake account that he always watches me called Ambazonia.
Yes.
Ambazonia account is fake. Always watching me, and that's Samuel Sako. Okay. Yeah. Right on.
We got to be careful. Me at the crown against zero because of the pain, the software that they go through is not easy.
I tell you, brother.
I see some pictures of them for Nigeria picking them. That the thing be touched me. That it is that na so day. If you do it, we only get to fight for free these people. So if people that they contribute they so much the free people that job money, they talk of plan B, then I hear say they invest money for marijuana, I hear say they set and job money and so on and so forth. Sako now it be the head of that department. Wait for Ambazonia and say Ambazonia. Okay, something don't happen. So Ambazonia so now follow this person may bring that money. You go see and say no, they go follow that person. They don't talk anything. It means he be involved and he know it when it happen. I'm going to advise that brother for come out, tell people say that so it happen. Make free self. He not be criminal.
Exactly.
But people that don't make it, don't look stupid. Yes. Okay.
Thank you so much, brother.
Brother, that's how it is, man.
What way you talk well. Bibles fill your mouth and you were speaking. It was not your power. It was the power of the divine. God bless you so much. Yeah. Never resist when God wants you to talk.
Yes, bro. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And God bless you, brother. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, you too. Yes.
You mentioned about Atanganji Port, and I'm going to flush those videos out when he said there was no Anglophone problem, and now when he is crying after our guns. Because you remember, only the guns are making him to cry. Thank you, brother.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
When I don't hear what you work on, I don't talk up. So, for other way, for other oversight, for other countries, we listen to Atanganji Port saying there is no Anglophone problem yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Grandma Tanga, how much no papa? That time when you come talk, say there's no Anglophone problem tomorrow, yesterday. That time Cameroon be prepared say for 2019, then go host AFCON. So anytime when you want to talk some small Ajoro man there for screen, so when a football player Ajoro where they drive am so put them for corner. Yeah? That football Ajoro where they for food, so say Cameroon the one go host AFCON for 2019 for June. That time when one come where them carry Cameroon Oboso, them put up for some country other side. Yeah? Put up for some other side, so then go play and for this, so they play million. You say there's no Anglophone problem today, yesterday, and tomorrow. and say it never ever can be up. Also, before you want to apologize, make we first listen to when Atanga say problem in us day. Even when Prime Minister Yam Philemon Yam is going up, you remain back with Lapia Isa Cheroma Kebam Kegari saying there's no Anglophone problem. Also, no watch up. No be me talk about na you map. It come take him, it blew you fire. Make we listen to Atanga.
They did not tell you that the director of the presidential security from the Northwest is an Anglophone. They did not tell you that the person who was commanding the troops of MINUSCA, the General Tumeta of Blessed Lord, is an Anglophone. They did not tell you that out of nearly all the important infrastructures in Cameroon, most of them are being done in the Anglophone region. And I want to tell you that, look at the statistics. Whenever there's a major political event in Cameroon, it goes to Bamenda. The CPDM was launched in Bamenda. The first agro-pastoral show in 1984 was in Bamenda. The 50th anniversary of the military was in Bamenda. So it shows that the President of the Republic has a special concern for Anglophones.
You raised an issue here earlier on by saying that maybe some of those people receive money from somewhere. Who has an interest in destabilizing Cameroon?
You know, there are so many. I can tell you that there's liberty in Cameroon, but I want to tell those lawyers that if you have a problem, go and treat it. I hear about Northwest Lawyers Association, Southwest Lawyers. Those things are illegal. They don't exist. They have a bar council. And the Battery has a representative in all the regions. So you cannot create mushroom associations and you hang on them asking the government to do things that they cannot. It is not possible. We are in a state of law and we must respect the laws of the land.
Monsieur le ministre, il y a donc les avocats et maintenant il y a des enseignants qui sont descendus dans la rue ce lundi.
Il y a quelques enseignants. Vous savez, quand vous arrivez dans le Nord-Ouest, je crois qu'il y avait quelques écoles qui ne fonctionnaient pas. Mais moi, j'ai fait des statistiques. Il y a 7 départements. 95% des écoles fonctionnaient normalement. Et les avocats, je vais vous dire quelque chose. Ils n'ont pas. Vous avez un avocat. Il a une relation avec son client. Vous prenez de l'argent à un client. Il vous attend d'aller défendre ses intérêts au tribunal. Vous ne partez pas. C'est de l'escroquerie.
Que dites-vous au sujet des enseignants de langue anglaise qui posent ce problème? Le sous-système éducatif anglophone, comme il l'appelle, est menacé par la politique éducative nationale. Qu'est-ce que vous répondez à cela?
Moi, je crois que ça n'a pas de sens. Ça n'a pas de sens. Pour la simple raison que, regardez, pratiquement tous mes amis qui résident à Yaoundé et à Douala envoient les enfants fréquenter à Bamenda ou à Boya. Ça veut dire qu'on a un système qui marche bien, qui est performant. Nous devons être plutôt contents d'avoir un système apprécié par les autres. C'est ça la vérité. La plupart de mes amis qui sont à Yaoundé et à Douala envoient les enfants étudier à Bamenda et à Boya. Ça veut dire que c'est un système qui marche. Alors, je vais vous dire quelque chose. Regardez le code de procédure pénale. C'est pratiquement 95% inspiré anglophone. C'est ça la vérité. Est-ce que les autres sont en train de dire que pourquoi le code de procédure pénale, on a pris pratiquement tout ce qui était dans le code anglais, on a mis dedans? Ils l'ont accepté.
And the Ohada law?
The translation of the Ohada law. I want to tell you something. The government of Cameroon wrote to Ohada that they have to translate, and the translation was done. That translation was done already. It's not an issue. It should not be an issue. For lawyers who Anglophone lawyers, can they tell us today that they only defend their customers in Bamenda or in Boya? Yeah, they come to Yaoundé, and when they come to Yaoundé, they speak in which language? When they go to Douala, they speak in which language? When they go to Garo, they speak in which language? So they have to be serious. I want to tell you that it has to be clear that the Anglophone lawyers, if they have a complaint, they have to go and meet the Minister of Justice or to go and meet the batonnier. That is where they have to table their complaints. Anything which is done out of that forum, they will meet the law. It's clear.
Apparently, you're brushing everything aside, manipulation and so on. Is there any Anglophone problem?
There is no Anglophone problem in Cameroon.
Are you repeating that?
The statistics are clear. There is no Anglophone problem in Cameroon. I want to give you an example.
Quelle est donc la source de ces remous?
Vous savez...
Vous ne pouvez pas dire qu'ils sont infondés, monsieur.
Ils sont en quête de notoriété, c'est tout ce que je peux vous dire. C'est des imposteurs. Vous savez, quand vous voulez vous faire connaître, il suffit de vous mettre en route, vous vous déshabillez. Les gens vont vous regarder. Mais est-ce que c'est la meilleure façon de se comporter? Quand moi, je suis responsable politique, quand je vais à Bamenda pour une réunion du RDPC, je vois le sous-préfet, il me donne une autorisation. Et c'est cette autorisation qui me permet de tenir le meeting politique. Vous êtes un avocat, c'est un homme de droit. Vous vous retrouvez en quête de notoriété, c'est tout ce que je peux vous dire. C'est des imposteurs. Vous savez, quand vous voulez vous faire connaître, il suffit de vous mettre en route, vous vous déshabillez. Les gens vont vous regarder. Mais est-ce que c'est la meilleure façon de se comporter?
Quand moi, je suis responsable politique, quand je vais à Bamenda pour une réunion du RDPC, je vois le sous-préfet.
Et qui sont infondés, monsieur.
Ils sont en quête de notoriété. Des bâtonniers. That is where they have to table their complaints. Anything which is done out of that forum, they will meet the law. It's clear.
Apparently, you're brushing everything aside, manipulation and so on. Is there any Anglophone problem?
There is no Anglophone problem in Cameroon.
Are you repeating that?
The statistics are clear. There is no Anglophone problem in Cameroon. I want to give you an example.
It's clear. Apparently, you're brushing everything aside, manipulation and so on. Is there any Anglophone problem?
There is no Anglophone problem in Cameroon.
Are you repeating that?
The statistics are clear. There is no Anglophone problem in Cameroon. I want to give you an example.
Quelle est donc la source de ces remous?
It's clear.
Apparently, you're brushing everything aside, manipulation and so on. Is there any Anglophone problem?
There is no Anglophone problem in Cameroon.
Are you repeating that?
The statistics are clear. There is no Anglophone problem in Cameroon. I want to give you an example.
Quelle est donc la source de ces remous?
Vous savez,
vous pouvez pas dire qu'ils sont.
It's clear.
Apparently, you're brushing everything aside, manipulation and so on. Is there any Anglophone problem?
There is no Anglophone problem in Cameroon.
Are you repeating that?
The statistics are clear. There is no Anglophone problem in Cameroon. I want to give you an example.
Quelle est donc la source?
To go and meet the Minister of Justice or to go and meet the bâtonnier. That is where they have to table their complaints. Anything which is done out of that forum, they will meet the law. It's clear.
Apparently, you're brushing everything aside, manipulation and so on. Is there any Anglophone problem?
There is no Anglophone problem in Cameroon.
Are you repeating that?
The statistics are clear. There is no Anglophone problem in Cameroon. I want to give you an example.
Quelle est donc la source de ces remous?
Vous savez,
vous pouvez pas dire qu'ils sont infondés, monsieur.
Ils sont en quête de notoriété, c'est tout ce que je peux vous dire. C'est des imposteurs, vous savez.
Someone about here. There is no Anglophone problem in Cameroon. There is no Anglophone problem in Cameroon. And again, Oboso. Yeah. There is no problem, no Anglophone problem in Cameroon. Yeah. Do you know you can be persecuted for that? And after killing the people using the Bible, using the Quran, in order to try to subjugate the people, and that don't work, and now you come now and you are asking for forgiveness. I want the people now to listen to a minister who said 2-3 years ago there was no Anglophone problem. Listen to him now, Oboso, not be me the talker. For here, we the cook news the way it did. We just take the news the way it did, we put them for outside, make people hear. Person where come say Anglophone problem in no day. Now you hear now the waka say forgive me for I don't rape up. Abi, una listen up. You said there was no Anglophone problem because you want to rape our people. Because you wanted to rape and Yamo, you said there was no Anglophone problem. So you could go and rape our people, torture our people, kill and slaughter and use blood to get your position of the Minister of Territorial Administration. Of course, that's what got you the post of minister. Because you told me there is no problem and you say you are Anglophone and you are going to make sure that happens. And today, you say forgive me for you have raped what? Ambazonians. Oboso, una listen up. Now you don't talk himself, say him out. Now you mouth the talker. Me wanna listen up. Oboso.
Have killed innocent Cameroonians. I'm sorry to have raped young girls. I'm sorry to have committed atrocities. But God Almighty forgive me. And God in His mercy killed innocent Cameroonians. I'm sorry to have raped young girls. I'm sorry to have committed atrocities. But God Almighty forgive me. Killed innocent Cameroonians. I'm sorry to have raped young girls. I'm sorry to have committed atrocities. But God Almighty forgive me. Killed innocent Cameroonians. I'm sorry to have raped young girls. I'm sorry to have committed atrocities. But God Almighty forgive me. I've killed innocent Cameroonians. I'm sorry to have raped young girls. I'm sorry to have committed atrocities. But God Almighty forgive me. And killed innocent Cameroonians. I'm sorry to have raped young girls. I'm sorry to have committed atrocities. But God Almighty forgive me. I've killed innocent Cameroonians. I'm sorry to have raped young girls. I'm sorry to have committed atrocities. But God Almighty, forgive me. I've killed innocent Cameroonians. I'm sorry to have raped young girls. I'm sorry to have committed atrocities. But God Almighty, forgive me. I've killed innocent Cameroonians. I'm sorry to have raped young girls. I'm sorry to have committed atrocities. But God Almighty, forgive me. And God in His killed innocent Cameroonians. I'm sorry to have raped young girls. I'm sorry.
The God of Abraham, Jacob, and Isaac, the God that has never forgiven any Satan, the God that has never forgiven devil, the God that has never and will never forgive the beast, as in Revelation chapter 13, the God that will finally end up by putting Satan and his demons and the beast in the pit of sulfur to burn them and melt them to the mantle of the earth. The very same God, we must burn Atanganji Paul. You do not have the powers to forgive a demon, because God Himself, who created heaven and earth, has never given Himself powers to forgive the devil. Fellow Ambazonians, you have no power from God to forgive any spirit of bad deeds, spirit of killing our people. You have no powers. God has never given us powers to forgive the killers of our children, because God Himself has never forgiven Satan. Who are we to forgive the sons and daughters of Satan? No, we must send them all to hell, because God decreed it that way. After Atanganji Paul has moved around talking, listen to one of his talkings here. Listen to that. That is Atanganji Paul talking here. Listen to that. That's not me. Listen.
They have a portal which is ongoing. They have a good garden, and the inmates are very happy to have integrated the center. President Colbert was very clear. He asked them that lay down your weapons and come to these centers, because these centers are vocational training centers. You look at the portrait. Next week, the coordinator is telling us that he will buy sewing machines for the young people to learn tailoring. So you see, you have a lot of possibilities. You know, idleness is something which is not good. When you lay down your weapons, something has to occupy you. He told us that we have teachers who are coming in, we have medical doctors coming in, and we have others who come to visit the inmates. So I think that this is a clear example, and I want to make this appeal that all those who are preoccupied with the situation in the two regions must support the measures which have already been taken by the government, because those are concrete.
You see, my people, look, my people, I can tell you the truth. Here, this is in Nebula. Here, I can tell you people. Look, I live in United States. This man is on heavy cocaine. You see, he cannot speak and stand in one place. He speak and move like this. This is usual of cocaine addicts. I am a healthcare lad. I have studied the effects of drugs on the people. When you smoke weed, how do you behave? When you take heroin, how you behave? When you take acids, how you behave? When you take cocaine, how do you behave? This man is a cocaine addict. You see, he cannot talk and stand on one area. Listen, look what you are screen. Not be made. What you are screen. Look, this is how cocaine people behave.
Support what the government is doing to solve the present political upheavals. Those who don't want to follow what the government is doing.
Even our grandpapa, when them be get jiga for food, no be so that they talk, they do. Even our grandpapa, when they get jiga for food, no be they talk, the waka waka show. Now wait till they buy this man for food. You see the spirit of our people, the blood of our people.
I think they want to make a gain out of this unfortunate situation, and I think it is not serious. So people should see what the government has done so far, and we should encourage the government, and we should support the government, because this is a clear option. You lay down your weapons to go to.
Let's forget about this in Nabela. Water, now water. Today we are moving in media now to show certain things that happen. I want us to take a quick look at the media. There are some certain things that I want us some things. I want us to look at some certain things here as we are going down. I want us to look at certain things. Some certain things here. I want us to take a look at it. This man here that you're gonna see on the screen, he went to hell with the body and soul. He went to hell with his body and soul. The army, the professional Amba soldier acted very professionally, and you see this man here, Satan received him with body and soul, and unfortunately he came to kill and rape young girls, and he was trapped by the self-defense forces of the young girls and children and women, and they respected the Geneva Convention, and there was no blood out, nothing was left out on terms of. He went intact. So he went intact to his heavenly devil, and let us thank the professionalism of the Ambazonia anti-terrorism army, because they are doing great job. So let us press the love button for the Ambazonians professional disarmament anti-terrorism military of the people, because they are doing the work very clean and neat about that case. So we are going to the next case about that. So he is now in the bosom of Grand Satan, so Satan has eaten fat for that reason. Also in that site in Womb, there was an accident that occurred today, and as a matter of fact, I am talking right now, Cameroon lost 5 soldiers in that accident. You can see these are the B, rapid intervention. They are going to go and kill somebody, to give backup to kill Ambazonians. You can see B, B-I-R, B, B-I-R, the B people. That is the B people, B-I-R. This is here written, B-I-R, B. The car is, the truck is inverted, B-I-R. So, that is, look at the plain route like this, plain route. The route is plain. The route is completely plain. What happened that, they flip in a plain route? So the god of Ambazonia acted very, very professionally too. And as you can see, there's no blood around this area. The 5 that went to devil, they went straight up with all flesh and juicy blood. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was spilled. There was no spilled. So the god of Ambazonia are also very, very professional. Just like Ambazonian defense forces are professional, of course the powers must come from the god of Ambazonia. So more than 5 La Republique soldiers went to Satan, perished in this accident. So we must thank our gods. Please press the love button for the gods of Ambazonia in that case. Thank you so much for sharing. People that are sharing, God bless you. Thank you for sharing. We are moving around media to show you what has been going on behind the scene. So we thank God for our professional gods and for our professional military for acting very, very professionally. As you must have seen that this is also a case where one of the terrorists went to hell, body and soul, as you can watch on the screen. Also, the Geneva Convention was respected, and he went to hell with his body and his soul. And the harvest was big. There was more harvest, and the harvest was very juicy. And so we want to thank the harvest, because that was a great one there, right there, my people. So we are so happy that Ambazonian defense forces are acting professionally every time. And every time they act on our goods. In Jesus' name, we are praying that they continue to act very professionally as we must arrive. So I want to thank people, you all that are encouraging them to be acting very professionally. So this is professional. You see, there is no stain anywhere, but he has gone to see his daddy Satan in hell. We are moving also ahead of time, and Philemon Young has been kicked out of his residence. As colonial masters of higher caliber like the PM for which he was, he actually used to stay in the government house. so he didn't rent house. You know, they don't spend money, they just stay in government houses, you know. And this Pa Philemon Yang, who was staying in the government house, has been asked to leave. Has been asked to leave the government house by the current slave, Celine Dion Ngute. So Celine Dion Ngute has asked Pa Philemon to leave, and Pa Philemon is saying that it was Ngugu Mabia who asked him to be in the hard house. And Dion Ngute, the current PM of La Republic, says it is the very same Bia who has asked him to come and kick him out of the state housing plan. Philemon Yang is down. Philemon Yang is down. Coming up next, you can see here major newspapers are confirming that yes, minister gives former prime PM Yang ultimatum to quit Yaoundé residence. You can see that. Yeah, no me made the talk. You don't see him. Can you see that? Exactly. So that's why we are talking about here at this very same time. We are going ahead of time. Let us fast forward it and see what other things are happening here. So I want to thank Mom Paula and the team that went to see our IDPs in Nigeria. They did great job, and we all can thank them for this job that they did. This wonderful job. These are our children, and it was very, very nice to see our children. Very young, beautiful, and handsome boys and girls. They sing and they were dancing. All of us can see that this is why we must fight to have our independence for these children. Because when we have our independence, it means, look at these children. Look at how many of them, you don't even see the end of the line. You can see. Now, some of you understand the reason why we must fight for the independence, folks. On the independent, folks, you see there's a reason why we must fight. The life of these children. The life of these children, folks, for real. On the independence, these our children cannot suffer like this. And, you know, we have to fight, folks. We have to. We have to put more effort and fight for the freedom to our people. You know, beautiful women like this. We need to fight and win the land for them. Let us prove to them that we are real men. Let us fight. Let us fun. Prove to these beautiful ladies that we are real men that they can rely on. We can do it, folks. We can do it. We've been doing it for the past 3 years. So yes, we can do it. We have been doing it. We can do it. Let us see the video. There is something that the girls they sang a song. And there was a message that they say in that song when they were singing, a message of unity to the diaspora. So I want to draw attention to everyone to watch that. I want everyone to watch that song, because that song has a message, and I want us to watch it because of that message. So also, I want us to please. It's just less than 2 minutes, right? So please show some thumbs up and some love and likes for our beautiful, beautiful Ambazonian choir. They call themselves Ambazonian choir. So please, just listen to what they are saying here. I'll do my best to bring everything out to you so you can see. You see, I am talking, but you don't know what my hands are over. I don't have any studio technician. I am everything. You are seeing this talk show very interactive, but yours is just on his own and doing this thing. So God has given us the mindset to do that. Instead of thinking how I should speak grammar, I am thinking of how I can bring you the pictures so that you can see what I'm talking about. Instead of trying to concentrate myself to bring grammatical terms, I am concentrating on how I can bring the video for you to see. But there are some people who come and stand in media like Ntumboldi, like a robot, and everything, the only thing they think is the grammatical thing they are going to say from their mouth. Some of them even come with their speeches written down already, and they only read. They can only come live once in a month or once in a week, because they write everything down and edit it before they come live. But this is yours. I have never ever write anything down before I come live. I have never ever edit anything before I come live. I just say it as it is. Imagine now if I edit. Imagine now if I sit down to write before I talk show. You know how it's gonna be. Even CRTV journalists cannot beat me. For facts. So I am talking here in the studio, being the studio technician, manipulating, bringing you videos and pictures. The only thing you need to do is to like, share and like and comment. I will never ask you for TV bills. There are some people who don't even who sit in the TV. They have the sound technician, they have the studio technician, they have the webmaster, and you pay their TV bills. And you still fuel their car, give them pocket allowances, and pay their bills. But my own, I come here, I make the TV myself, I pay the TV bills, do everything, and all you can do is to share and invite. My brother, why are you still waiting for? Some of you are enablers. Some of you are La Republicans when I can smell La Republic people here. Who never share? Anyways, let us listen to the angelic voices of Ambazonia. Also, my people, wanna listen up? Go on the screen now. There we go. Mom Paula, you went there. I am one of the people who don't support humanitarian work apart from goals. But I want us to say, because this one is very, very important. This is far winning. That we can see and hear the voices of our own children. My people wanna listen up.
We have to know that before doing our Ambazonia national anthem, we must lift our right hand up, place it on our chest. So I want everybody to do that right now. Sorry, I never told you we are the Mama Ambazonia Choir kids. Okay.
Mama Ambazonia Choir.
Hail, hail, hail the Son of Glory. We the Ambazonia who says your loyalty. Praise the Son of Savior who grants to us a freedom. A legend to a hero who bought the land with your blood. Glory to glory, we rise and never to fall. Here in a nation, flowing with milk and honey. Glory, glory, glory to the Father for making you a nation, a joy forevermore. Ambazonia, land of freedom, we shall live in plenty, meeting our need. And your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God be the watchman of his nation. Ambazonia, land of freedom, we shall live in plenty, meeting our needs. And your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God be the watchman of his nation.
Wow, wow, wow. The second one is loading.
Give me the power. The people are crying. Why won't you listen? Seeking for justice, for a brighter future. Let's do this together in peace and harmony. Hello, everyone. I see we are the
That's our people in the refugee camps in Nigeria. Please share and show some love
a song
for this.
to all Ambazonians, to all the leaders, to all those who are in prison, and especially dedicating it to our Mama Ambazonian here. Okay. Listen and be blessed, please.
Mom Paula Ming is
Give me the power.
the Mama Ambazonia.
Give me the freedom. Your people are crying. Why won't you listen? Seeking for justice, for a brighter future. Let's do this together in peace and harmony. Since we go take us there, mama, to the promised land. No one can stop us now. No, 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 no.
at this time, we want to thank Mama Ambazonia. Mama Ambazonia is Mom Paula. We want to thank her for the wonderful job where she don't do. We want to thank her because that is a great job that she have done. So we want to listen to a word from her. So Mama Ambazonia, now where they begin and they happy for you. What do you get for Tokam?
September 2019, and I just had a bit of some my amber moments, and I'm like, oh my God, look at the farms. So I just thought I have this little conversation, and I just want to pray to God that as we head to this event, may He go ahead and be the master of ceremony of this event. We just want God to take control as we go to meet our people in ground one. And I just want to urge Ambazonians, please remember me in your prayers, remember my team in your prayers and your positive thoughts. So as we converge in a few hours' time to remember this day that we vehemently came out in our thousands to tell the world that we're ready to be a nation, we're ready to run our own affairs. So pray for me for all the practicalities, pray for my wonderful team that have put this package together, and let God go ahead and be the chair of this event. Love you all, one love, one people, one Ambazonia.
All right, we want to thank Mama Ambazonia. Mama Ambazonia, thank you so much. God bless you for the wonderful job we don't do. Thank you so much. God bless you, and God will continue to bless you. Plenty, 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 big blessing for the wonderful thing we don't do. It don't change. That's why we pause the show at one point to say these things so that people can, can see the good things that everyone is doing. We watch everything, people, folks. We watch everything that everyone is doing in the revolution. We don't need to be with you in order to see the good things that you are doing. We watch everything. That means that our eyes is on everything. So, in other words, one thing I want to say is, imagine fake pastors cannot even go to Nigeria. Fake pastors cannot go to Nigeria. Chris Ano cannot go to Nigeria. You want to tempt the fake pastors, ask them to go. Ask Chris Ano to go to Nigeria. Ask Sako to go to Nigeria. They cannot. These are people you call leaders. Look at this woman. This woman like this take herself always to Nigeria. You know, these are good women that have good faith for the revolution. But because they are weak in maybe in emotions, they use them every time. You know. Where we shall come? Tomorrow we have a mega talk show. Tomorrow we have a big talk show coming up tomorrow. So in few hours, I don't even talk about tomorrow. It's already today. So now where I am in Washington, D.C., it is 1:18 a.m. I just returned back from my business trip. You know, this is the richest Ambazonian, Dankote, the youngest Ambazonian person here. It's me. If there's anyone that's younger than me in Amazonia at this age, if you are below the age 30 in Amazonia and you are young and you are rich, show me your properties. Show me your cars. Show me your houses. Let us put money down. There's no any younger millionaire in Ambazonia. I mean those who work themselves clean and clear. You work your money clean. There is no dirtiness, no nasty, no blood money. Your money is clean and can be traced. Even the American government has traced the source of my wealth. Before I had a property in America, the first thing that took me almost 3 months was that American government was tracing the source of my wealth. They trace all where I get money from. If I bring money from Dubai, they trace what I do in Dubai that gives me money. That means that I have to file everything wherever I get money from. Even the Bitcoins, I have to file everything that I get some money also in the internet as Bitcoin. Everything, 401k, money where I put them say retirement benefit, because person like me, so you get retirement benefits. I get millions in retirement benefits already, right? Now I go put life insurance are billions for the wives. When I go marry 7 wives, these 7 wives, when I die, you people will be millionaires, because I will put what we call life insurance. And when I die, my women, you are, in fact, me I not talk like this. Some go kill me where time not there for collect the money. Make a be wise. Be wise. Because if I marry 7 women and I die, my life insurance is a lot in millions. That's millions of money. Now, these women might kill me before time to get this money. I know what I will do. The canas where I will give them, they go prefer the canas than when I don't than the money. So now the canas I will give them where they go prefer the canas than money, so they no go kill me. Canas I go work. So there's no other youngest, richest man in Ambazonia like me. Challenge me by your charity organization. Challenge me by the work you have done in Ground Zero. Don't challenge me by coming in the media and beefing. Because when you beef, I will just send you to my communities to know what I've been doing there. I will just say, go and check that water project. I put it, go and see my name written on that water project. Funded and donated by Vela charity organization. That is me. I will only direct you to the village to go and see my projects. There are so many projects I've done that you will never see in internet. There are so many projects I have done for villages that you will never see in internet. I only say, go to this village at this location. You will see it well written. Funded and donated and constructed by Vela Franklin, the CEO. By this, by VCF, Vela Charity Foundation Inc. Go and check. That is how you know who is the richest Ambazonian young man. Not be in the internet. You understand? You understand? Not in the internet. I not be scammer. I know be scammer, I know the scam, I know they do dirty business. I know they take money for people for go do charity. I did do now my own money where I did end up. So this is the richest young man talking to you. And we speak from experience because we achieve with pragmatism, tactics, and common sense. God don't give you simple coconut brain like this one so with hand and your foot for you to use and just achieve. You are when you want to go to when you are a doctor from the hospital, doctor from the school before you can think about having to succeed in life. I am so proud that I'm very uneducated. I am so proud. Very uneducated person, but very rich. To hell with book. To hell with doctor title. To hell with grammar. What can grammar do? When I have money, I want to rent Ferrari. I rent my Ferrari and drive. One day, I will not rent the Ferraris, I will own. Because one time when I don't come for America, about 6 years, I have only made 5 full years in America. Only 5 full years in America. I was a homeless person. Folks, I want to be honest with you. I've been homeless for 3 times in America. This is a man that used to rent one small room and then they will come and want to kick me out from the room. In fact, before I bought my house, I was kicked out of the hotel. I was kicked out of the hotel because of some incident that occurred in my hotel apartments. I was kicked out of my hotel apartments. And I tell the people, I have been living in a hotel as a CEO, as the youngest, richest African man. And then they kick me out of my hotel. I say, what? You kick me? Do you know who I am? Do you know this is the richest Amazonian? I went and bought a home. Immediately, I bought the home. The people who were talking about me saying the hotel, today they are very, very mad. I have a big house, big home, which is beautiful. This is not with blah, 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 blah. Hard-earned money. Just 5 years I was in America, homeless. No house, nowhere to sleep. Begging for veranda to sleep. Begging for somewhere to sleep like a veranda. Begging for somebody to sleep in his balcony. But today I speak with experience and tell Ambazonians, this man is a landlord. Everywhere he goes, landlord. I have my palace there. Have this here, palace. I don't live in small tiny homes. I declare my body like this is small, but my canvas is big, big bed, big everything, big duvet, big blanket, big bedsheet, big in everything. I know it takes more as a skinny so. 7 women will come. When I die, the women will be rich even more. They will be landladies and they will be CEOs, business owners. I don't believe in housewife. No woman of mine will cook food. If you cook, that means it's love time. You want to make love. You want to cook to seduce me by cooking. Maybe you want to wear some kind clothes to seduce me by cooking. You are not actually cooking. You want to give me a hick. You want to give me a kick. You want to give me some, you know, that's love. It's not cooking. My wife cannot be a cook in Jesus' name. There are 7 of them in the Bible. Isaiah chapter 4. So, I am following the Bible because I'm a Christian. I love the Bible. I love to read my Bible. Isaiah chapter 4. Now the Bible talk and make a read for you. We are ending the talk show today. That's why I'm saying this. So let us read Isaiah chapter 4 and see what God has said in Isaiah chapter 4. We are ending the talk show today. So I don't want to have wrong people in my life. I am a big time polygamist. This is reality talk shows. Big time polygamist. No wrong people in my life. No. So as the live talk show continues, I continue to tell you my reality. So that I don't want to have wrong people in my life. I have a Bible in my hand. It's a holy Bible with Deuterocanonical books, Apocalypse, Apocrypha. This is a holy Bible. In Isaiah chapter 4, it reads, so I love the Bible because I am a God-fearing man and I'm a Christian. Even though I like the Old Testament than the New Testament. I like the Old Testament more. But Isaiah chapter 4 says, when that time comes, 7 women will grab hold of one man and say, we can feed and clothe ourselves, but please let us say, you are our husband, so that we won't have to endure the shame of being unmarried. Can I hear amen? Isaiah chapter 4. Verses 1. When that time comes, 7 women will grab hold of one man and say, in court, we can feed and clothe ourselves, but please let us say, you are our husband, so that we won't have to endure the shame of being unmarried. Isaiah chapter 4. Isaiah chapter 4, your pastor or priest can never read this in the church. This is the word of the Lord. That is why I'm a polygamist. Big time. I am not a sinner. The Bible has no place where they say you can marry only one man. No, it is the economic situations that made people to marry one. In America, it's economic situation that the American people voted through their legislature, through their constitution, that they marry one man because of their economic situation. You understand? So people have bad economic situation to not come and influence us. Do you understand? Before, when the church being created, it was only reverend fathers. No woman was authorized to pass in the altar of God. But then later on they changed, and women became what? Reverend sisters. Do you understand? And women became reverend sisters. So in other words, God, they have nowhere in the Bible where they say man cannot marry 1 or 2 women. No, it did not. It said when man and woman come together, they become what? Well, if when 1 man and 7 women come together and become what? It's still the same thing. It's still the same thing. Woman is woman and man is man. If 7 women and 1 man come together and become one, it is still the word of God. The Bible has never said the limit and the number of women. Bible has never said that. That's why King Solomon, David, they were all kings of God. They had many women. I love the Old Testament than the New Testament because the New Testament is a modification, and that modification will keep coming and coming. I am a Christian. I believe in the Bible. I was born in a Christian family. I went to mission school all my life. Went to mission school. So, don't tell me you know God than I do, because your God might be a derivative of my God. That means that your God might be a spice inside my own God. That means my God is bigger. That say things the way they are. I'm a polygamist, so no girl, any woman, whether you be who, if you agree me, you are polygamist, you believe that I'm a polygamist. Don't come to my life. Don't use me to come to America because I'm too smart. When you want to use me to come to America, I will take you to and send to Malaysia. You want to use me to come to America, I take and send you to Qatar. I come to see you in Qatar because I can go anywhere. You want to use me to come to America? No, I will take you and send you instead to Kuwait, to Lebanon, to Oman, where I will always go for my business trip. Since I go always to Middle East, as I always go to Middle East for my business, I shall be seeing you there every 3 months, every 3 months, every 3 months, every 3 months. That's how I will do. Anywhere when I use myself, come for America. Since a man go live or your woman too, where you go. You don't know, say, your people they cry for sick people. So that one I don't understand. I say this in the public because tomorrow, make some woman no come for my life. When I want to say I want divorce, he say because I be polygamist, or say I overlike woman, or say I do overwork for us, I the PM. You want come, you don't know say I be PM man. Polygamist say we never ever come marry, so now we can polygamist now. Polygamist we never ever marry, so. Polygamist we never ever marry, so same now we can polygamist now. When I talk so, that's how they run. When they run, money remain in my pocket. You people don't know the reality. When I say like this, they run away. What happened? Money continue to remain in my bank account. You know, when the women come, money go, they just take and go. When they run, say I be polygamist. What happened? That's why I'm rich. That is the secret behind my being a rich man. Because when I say I'm polygamist, they run away. They run away. What happened to the money? The money increased. I do business. If not, one slave queen to another could have been draining me, draining my waist, drain my canals, and drain my bank account. But when I shout that polygamist, you know they want to be perfect. Think that we are living in utopia or in the perfect world. We live in a very, very unperfect and unjust world. No man is perfect. Every man that you go marry that cheats. For me, I want to cheat. I tell you that I'm the cheat. In fact, I make myself officially a cheat. So you know that I'm a polygamist. If some of you define polygamist as cheating. But for me, I do internationally and professionally. That means I go bring my 7 women. I cannot exceed the Bible now. Bible says 7. Cannot be more than 7. And all of them will be landladies. They will have businesses. You go and marry one broke man. I want to marry one man. And then after you ask me for money to pay your whatever. Go and marry one man. And then after you come, hey, Ben, I want you to give me this money. Thunder fire you. You go marry one man where be broke. One be pressure. So you want to go to heaven. But then you want to use me to keep your one broke relationship. Thunder fire you. You know why that man is broke? Because he lied to you that he is not a polygamist. Why he's a cheat. He take money and sponsor other people. That's why he's broke. Because he cheating you. People like me, if I have 100,000, I have my 7 women, we share 10,000, then I keep. For me, 7 women take 70, I take 30 because I'm the head of the family. That's how we do it. I have 1 million. I give 100,000 to them. Then I keep 300,000 because I'm the father of the family. They know that I'm keeping 300. Nothing hidden. I don't hide things. They know that I am keeping 300,000 and giving them 100,000. That's how they do now. They be man of the house. Then you two women, they wanna go catch them. When you don't go catch something, you don't go bring 200,000 too. You come salute me too. Yeah, you come salute your canals too. Me the canals begin take care of you too. That's all this thing the worker. So the children too will live well. Send children to very good places, you know. So that's how we're gonna rule after our independence. The palace I built is not for nothing. That palace I built, it took me 2 years, 24 months to construct a palace. That took me a lot of millions of dollars. I mean, millions of French currencies. That palace I was building, I had in mind that that palace can house 4 women. 4 women, 4 different apartments. I know what I was doing. That's why when you get to my palace, you see 4 different separate 4 different apartments, and you are asking why the house have 4 different apartments, 1 apartment with 3 rooms, 4 rooms. How? Why? Because I have in mind when I was building the house some years ago that I'm a polygamist. Don't ask me a question because money spark, money speak. When money come, everything work, everything is good. You say devil will take my money. After 5 years, I'm still talking about it. The money is still there. Devil cannot allow American Bill Gates and come and see me with the little money. God cannot. A devil cannot allow the Rick Ross, allow the Jay-Z, the Rihanna, the Beyonce with big money and come and see but me with small thousands of dollars. I have not even hit up to $1 million. I'm still trying to hit it. That is the goal, to hit that $1 million. I want to quit working, but I want to hit that 1 million and then I quit working. That's how you quit. Quit working and then you become a full-time CEO. You understand? So, devil will not allow rich people and come and be fight. You African people, look at you. You trust in God, but you trust Satan than God. You all trust Satan than God. That's why you know the devil will take my money. You are worshiping devil. For me, I don't believe in that. What devil? In my friends, I select my friends very carefully because the devil in your life is your friends. People who come close to you are your devil. So select your friends selectively. Take time and make sure the people you come around you, because the devil is a friend of yours. You can't catch a devil anywhere. You are friends or demons. I have only 1 or 2 friends. That's it. I don't make so many friends. What for? It's difficult for me to manage my life. I dream. I'm a man who dream and interpret my dreams. When I have so many friends, how can I dream and interpret my dream very well? One of the reasons why I keep my dream focused, because I don't have so many interactions in my mind. So many friends, so many problems, so many interactions. You cannot interpret and focus very well and know the wrong direction and know danger when danger is coming. That is one of the secrets here. So take it from me today. When you limit your communication with many people, you dream, you can interpret very well because there's no so much traffic. Your brain is like this. That's the way I live. The devil in your life is always people close around you. Limit so many people around you and you will succeed too much. Do you understand? The devil is not a fool, he's not an idiot to allow billionaires to come and steal you, a poor person, broke. That's why I can say it here every day. I'm rich. I have money as a young man. I will say it yesterday, today, and tomorrow, because the God I worship is a God of wonderful. It's a God that when you praise him so much, he gives you even more. Read the Bible. Share your testimonies. What does the Bible say about sharing testimonies? Whenever you share testimonies and call the name of God, now so your money increase. And then when you share your money and say you have money and take some part and go do charity, surprise people, help people surprisingly, the money triples. If you don't know this, know it as from today. The money triples. The money triples when you do charity. And when you want to do charity, don't do it that God will reward. In fact, I am talking out of experience. I used to do charity without knowing that there was reward. Because my charity was thanksgiving for God for giving me a breakthrough in my life. And when I was doing that charity, I did not know there was a reward of doing good. But after I look back 5 years, where I am today, those who live in America for 10 years cannot put feet where I am. In fact, those who live for 20 years, sorry, don't take it personal, but that is the reality, my people. All the fingers are not the same, right? You are married, you have 4 kids, I am here, I'm not married. Instead of me making children, I went and took care of our orphans in Ground Zero. Don't you know, see why God bless? I could have also take the money and marry one young girl and begin to do this thing every night. Who don't like her? Make my own 2 children and begin to take all my money, put on them in my family. But I decided to go and adopt our own orphans in Ground Zero, take care of hundreds, close to 300 of them. Blessings come from God, and those blessings come as a result of your inputs. For whatever you do, the universe is seeing. But don't start to do charity today because you want rewards. You wash hand. You use all your bank account and not even a single kobo will come to you. I am talking only from experience. I did not know that there's reward though. There is good reward for everything that you do good. Sometimes reward can be like you want to have an accident. God take that accident from you. You don't even notice that God has taken an accident away from you because of your good deeds. I drive like a real motherfucker. I have had so many times where I drove and I know I was high speedy and I dodged an accident. And I start to ask myself how I dodged this accident. Because of the good work that you do for the universe, for the people that you don't know, for strangers. That is why we stand for the truth in the revolution. That's why I cannot condone with people who lies, who embezzle money. I know how hard it takes to work money. I come from the bottom. In fact, 6 years ago, I was worth nothing. Zero. 6 years ago, I worked so hard for more than 3 years and raised $500,000. 500,000. I took the 500,000 and paid my flight to Dubai. The money I worked in Dubai, when I came back before I come to United States, I was scammed by my cousin. One of my cousins scammed me. I will never forget. One of my cousins scammed me, duped me, took the money for business and never arrived. My papa had to sell palm bushes before I get money to pay my flight to the United States. That means 5 years ago, I was worth nothing. Zero. Zero. But today, I have millions of money. Millions of properties. I have properties that are worth million. I have property that is worth million. Do you know what is called a million? 500 million francs. Do you know this figure? Can you write it down? But I speak no grammar. I speak like a countryman. But there are Oyobo people who have eaten because of me. And they say, yes, sir. Yes, Oga. Yes, sir. I say, call me Oga. No, call me, sir. Say, Oga. I say my name is Oga. They will call Oga. They don't know say Oga na Nigerian way for say yes sir. Last time when I went to one man to call me Oga, he said my name is Oga, and he's calling me Oga every time till today. You don't know say Oga means yes sir. So Oga, Oyobo call me sir every day. Oyobo people call me every day. In fact, you see, but I don't know grammar. And those that work for me sometimes they have master's degree. I don't have master's degree. I don't even have a bachelor's degree. I have associate degree, associates, 2 associate degree in US. Yes, I took my political science. I got what I wanted and I dropped out of school again. I want the media to understand that I dropped. When I will start it, I will let you know that I start, if at all I start. Money man does not need education. This is, we have to get it in point. Japan is what it is. Japan fought the First World War and won. Second World War, Japan fought. And what the only thing that crippled Japan was the 2 atomic bombs in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. That's it. The children of Japan are not poor today. Japan is one of the most growing economy on earth. Because after that, they taught their children only how to make money. Only how to make money and not how to make book. How to write book. You understand? The current generation of Ambazonia that we have, the highest thing we will give them is how to work and make money. Workshops. Workshop is the highest form of education now that we will make up with our children. Don't ask how. When the time comes, I shall rule it out. And your children will start making money. Your children will work only in factories. They will go to a factory. When you go to school, for God's sake, what do? You learn something, and then when you finish high school, then you start to go professional schools. Think about this. Imagine for the time you spend in secondary school and high school, 7 years. You were in a factory for 7 years. What will be your new position in that factory? You should have been a supervisor. While your admins are sitting in class writing of how to write a balanced diet, how to draw a cricket. What will cricket do to your life after that? No, you still have to look for a job and start experience. When you go to a company now, that your friend that did not even sit in any class, that is now a supervisor because of his 7 years experience. He will be the one teaching you at job place. You will hate your life. Because he will give you commands. He don't even have a bachelor's degree. He don't even have a high school. He will give you commands at your work, and you look at your master's degree and you hate yourself. We go to school because we want jobs. When you have jobs, then that means not necessary. That's why the colonial regimes have made us to be like education is the only thing you need to do. No, you go to school to acquire common sense in order to enhance your daily life activities and look for a job. If you have a common sense that can give you a job and keep your everything and bring money to your bank account, my brother, you don't need to waste your time. I understand that. I understand that very well. I have 2 associate degrees and 2 majors in US. And I don't even think I will continue going to school for bachelor's degrees. I have admission to one of the biggest international universities in America. It's a pride to be in that university. But I don't give a shit. I go when I want to go. Now I'm doing this struggle. When I am short in knowledge, I go and take 2 or 3 courses. It cost me $2,000. One semester, 3 courses, $2,000. Boom. After that, spend maybe $3,000 plus buying textbooks. Get the knowledge. I'll spend almost 20 millions in learning. Folks, you only have to go and learn one course because you want to use that course for something. Now, before I end the talk show today, I have brought a little bit of my life so people understand, because there are people I motivate. So the people I motivate don't give up. Our main Facebooks have been wiped out by Facebook. Facebook has wiped out our 2 major Facebooks. We shall continue with this one, but I have no confidence in this Facebook page. So I shall create a new Facebook, because this one like this, I had the last warning in this one already, and they were going to shut it down. So I will create another one. So please pay attention to the Facebook page that I'm going to share, where I'm standing in the class with the children. That's 2012. I have always loved our children. The picture you see, I stand in the class with the children, that is date back as far as 2012. I have always gone to school and paid school fees for children right back in 2012. I know our people were suffering even when I was young. You understand? That's how it takes to become a rich man. You must show some level of understanding when you are poor. You must show the love for your people when you are poor. So when you get money now, God will know that, oh, if this poor person have the love for the people, It means that if I give money to this person, he will help the people. I think that's why God gave me money. God gave me money because God saw me being very interested to our people, helping our people. And God said, look, this man is young man. If I give him money, he will take care of the people. And God gave me money. I did not even think that way. But when the money came, I started taking care of the people. So that's the reality there. Now, the last point before we end today is, my people, I want to share you people a story. During the post-months conferences, during the Peloponnesian Wars, during almost the end of the Second World War, because the First World War, Japan won the First World War. So the Second World War, the war was ended in nearly all parts of the world. Japan was still the tough country, insisting. Japan was still tough, fighting. At that time, America has a president called Truman. And that time, there was what we call the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union, you know, Russia, Poland, and the country Ukraine, you know, Serbia, maybe the Montenegro and Slovakia. Maybe at that time, you know, just want to let you know the glimpse about the Soviet Union. They were fighting also to engulf Turkey. They were fighting to engulf Turkey to add to the Soviet Union, but I think that did not work because Hitler was also hitting them so hard. So there was the Soviet Union. There was, in fact, they were what they call the bipolar. Bipolar means that two bi. So during the Second World War ended, after the Second World War and during the Second World War ending, proceeding to the what we call the Cold War or the Third World War. The Cold War, they were what they call the bipolar. Bipolar is the two powerful people, the Soviet Union and the America. So there was America and the Soviet Union, right? America and the Soviet Union were the two powers in during the Cold Wars. The Cold Wars came after the Second World War. But how the Second World War ended? It was due what we call containment and deterrent. So in post-months Second World War conferences, where the American president was sitting and discussing in Germany with the British Prime Minister and the Soviet Stalin. The president of the Soviet Union was called Stalin, the leader. So at one point, America President Truman mentioned that America has had access to producing a terrible weapon, a powerful weapon, a terrible and powerful weapon, a powerful weapon. But the American president did not disclose that was an atomic bomb. But American president was talking actually about atomic bomb. And so, you know, after the end of the Second World War, every country dropped and gave up, and Japan insisted. So, America used a lesser evil, containment, in order to end the Second World War. Actually, if America had not thrown that bomb, thousands of people could have died, millions of people could have continued to die. That is the morality in my people. So, in order to end the World War, they had to throw the atomic bomb. And they threw the first one. They did not back down. They threw the second one before they stopped. And that helped to save the world. So, that helped to end the World War. The lesser evil was done to end the World War. That's why America had not been indicted into the ICJ or the International Criminal Court, because that was a necessary evil to end the killing of humanity. Right. So in that case, during the talking with the Soviet Union, the American president said, we have developed, because on the 17th July 1945, 17th July 1945, in the Mexican desert, the America has successfully tested the atomic bomb successfully. That was on the 17th of July 1945, where the news came out to President Truman that the test of the atomic bomb in the Mexican desert was perfectly done. And Truman was very happy, and therefore in the post-months conference with the Stalin of the Soviet, President Truman of US let the Soviet know that America is now capable of producing one of the powerful weapons. He did not mention that was atomic bomb, but that was atomic bomb. When the Soviet Union discovered that America produced actually the atomic bomb, they gave up. And President Truman now mentioned that they gave up because of the growing economic problems that were taking over the Soviet Union. So they gave up to go and solve their economic problems. Why am I mentioning this? This is a political theory. Ambazonians, you will win the war, but you might not win the war actually directly. You win the war sometime indirectly. The Soviet Union was not won even by direct fire by fire. The Soviet Union was defeated by economic sabotage. The people were suffering. So because the people of the Soviet Union were suffering, the Russians, the Polish people, they were suffering. They started, because you know Stalin was from Poland. He was from Poland actually, that leader. So they started agitating against the regime. The people of Russia, Poland, they started climbing against the Soviet Union because they were poor. No food to eat, a lot of hunger, there was no hospitals, nothing. So the people started to go against the Soviet Union. And therefore, the Soviet Union had no choice than to go back and fix the economic sabotage. Fellow brothers and sisters, what am I saying? Ambazonia, you are now in a very powerful step in the revolution. God ordained the revolution. I follow political theories. Now, the Bars have declared that they are going to pick up arms in Cameroon. You know, for us to win this war, actually, my people, there are some acts that we are going to do and we will not take credit. In fact, we shall act and so many people will take those credit and we shall thank God. For us to win, we are not going to blow the wind in every act we do. Now, the Bars have declared already that they are going to pick up arms against Cameroon. That means that for anything that happened in French Cameroon, it is done by the Francophones. Ambazonians, you see, God have vindicated you. No one will ever brandish you as a terrorist or an extremist. This is wisdom. If you have wisdom in your head, you understand what I've just said here. I cannot explain more than this. Do you understand? Anything that we spark in La Republique now, it will be Francophones. We will not take credit. Look, for us to arrive, there are certain acts we will do, we will not take credit. Alright? Is that okay? When we do it, we will say the Bars people have done it. When we report that the Bars people have thrown something in Yaoundé, because now Amazonians have the firepower now. But everything that you see in Yaoundé soil, now the Bars, now Francophone people do it because they are against the system. Do you understand? God has ordained the revolution now. What happened in the Soviet is about to happen to La Republique now. When Sanivapa becomes the order of the week in Yaoundé, where Cameroon government now will be fighting to contain peace in Yaoundé, Ambazonia will be gone. Do you understand the indirect thing of, please, I can't explain further than this because I don't want the enemy to understand what you want to talk about. That means say my papa and my mother. Wait, because now Yaoundé people, Francophone them say they want pick up arms. That means say anything where you can make fire for La Republique, now Francophone them do it. That means say for everything where we do for the revolution, we no must take credits. We go act some kind of act, we go direct now say now some people don't do it. Even when the people know do. In fact, we don't understand what you are talking about. That means say any fire where we get for La Republique, now Francophone themselves don't do it. Ambazonia, this opportunity for also. That means say anything where we carry them go that way. Now Francophone and do it. We no go take credit for that one. So Sanivapa will become now increasingly every day. And in that case, Cameroon will have no choice. Instead of losing Ambazonia and Cameroon, the BS government know that if any new leader come to Cameroon, they are finished. They are fucked. Forgive me, they are fucked. If anything happen to Cameroon, the BS government know that they are finished. So it will increase the economic situation of Cameroon. Let me tell you the truth. Instead of the BS government losing Ambazonia and losing Cameroon, they will now come back to Cameroon to fix the shit. To fix their asses. To make sure they remain. As Stalin went back to the Soviet Union to fix the Soviet problem, Biya will concentrate in Cameroon. The more there is fire in Cameroon, the more Cameroon will concentrate in Cameroon. I hope this point is clear, fellow Ambazonians. If you have been giving $50 for bullets every month, Obiko increase 100. If your family would have been planning to give 1 AK, Biko give 2. That is the only language we want to talk. Independence, guns and bullets. That's it. Not say anything apart from that, please. We are winning bigly and fatly. That is the mentality we are taking home today. Only independence, but we have listened to how The Soviet Union surrendered America. They surrendered America because of the economic sabotage that America gave to them. The people were suffering. The people started rising against the government, and then the government retreated and went and was solving the problems of the people. So, for us to finally win this war, we must agitate La Republique. Agitate La Republique now that Francophones are now saying that they are going to throw the bomb, they are going to do this, they are going to pick up arms. So, anything that we agitate there, now them don't do them. No be we do them. That is means say God, it don't pave way for we. If we get brain, make we hear. My way get brain, make it hear. Because for me, my common sense, my villager brain, I don't get the brain even about 1 year ago. So thank una plenty where una don't come for this show. God bless una. Have a wonderful time. We have a talk show coming up tomorrow. Today, some few hours from now, maybe in 7 hours from now, we have a talk show where I want people to call and express themselves. Forget about what is going on in La Republique about dialogue. That's useless. That is useless. It does not speak for us. It does not represent us. That is for the Francophones. It is for the people of the French Republic. It does not stand for us. It has never ever represented us. Not today, not tomorrow. So do not be victims of that useless monologue. So thank you so much, my people, and have a wonderful day. Goodbye. Mr. George, I see you here. Babila, I see you. Pop this, I see you. Rasa Ennis, I see you. Bodmas, I see you. Leslie, I see you. Lovett, I see you. Tassa Gabriel, I see you. Man of God, Asobo, thank you. God bless you, man of God. Borolino, Alain, God bless you. Welcome. Don Kiki, thank you. Ndi, Bonli, thank you. Emmanuel, Emmanuel, thank you. Mandela, Kintakunte, God bless you, Kintakunte. Ezael, Gamint, wonderful man. God bless this Mandela. Jero, Goodings, oh brother, long time. God bless you, bro. Roger, God bless you. Swapi Pascal, God bless you, Pascal. Alhaji Elvis, God bless you. Esa, George, God bless you. Salu, Chiengan, God bless you. Pierre, Valerie, God bless you. Michael, Roger, God bless you, sir. Teps, Eta, God bless you. Kuke, God bless you. Belting. It's Harris, it's L. Chase Struggle, God bless you. Abai, Abai. Ngam Julius, God bless you. Joyce Cabeda, God bless you, sir. Boba Kingsley, God bless you. Muhammad, God bless you. Justin, God bless you. Rafi Henry, God bless you. Anna, God bless you. Gilly Brown, God bless you. Hilltop, God bless you. Jose, for God bless you. The King, God bless you. Wayne Austin, God bless you. Bali Boy, God bless you. Bali Boy. Prince T, God bless you. Ekembo Igeni, God bless you. Ekembo Igeni. Chris Boris, God bless you. Mike Hopkins, God bless you. Chair Collison, God bless you. Mindu, God bless you. Chem Mukunzi, God bless you. Changi Mukunzi, God bless you. James Ngwa, God bless you. Techno, God bless you. Aliyu Abraham, Salam alaikum, brother, God bless you. Moma, God bless you. Former Nation, God bless you. Ono Ebu, Doctor Ono, God bless you. Vincent Donga, God bless you. Vincent Joseph, you know, God bless you. Via Mosgo, of course, God bless you. See Bunga, God bless you. For real. Leslie, God bless you. I heard you. Thank you, brother. I heard you. Yes. People, God bless you. Mom dear, God bless you. All we are going today. These are not salute all man. Ambazonia Roland, God bless you. League one, God bless you. Borolino, God bless you. Ambazonia Roland, Bella, are you not replying? No, Ambazonia Roland. I got you. I declare for don't reply you. God bless you. All who want to come today, God bless you now, and thank you so much. See you tomorrow. Bye. Liberation TV.